Really? You really thought of everything.
You open the first gate, and we'll take care of the drawbridge at the second one. It wasn't my fault.
You're right about that. What a fucking disaster. Why can't anything ever go right for us? Let's go. I've got to hand it to that drunk fool. It was quite a shot.
We'll climb over the rear palisade and take control of both gates at once.
Curva! The devil really fucked things up for us. I thought maybe we'd split up. Some of us could disappear under the cover of darkness.
Maybe your revenge has been enacted already, and you don't even know about it.
I am quiet.
Easy, Father. We're trying not to die here. We're in a war, aren't we?
I may not be as experienced a warrior as you, Zhishka, but that occurred to me. Well, it's a good thing the guards lit it up nicely for us here.
Von Bergov is at the end of his tether. Trust me. He'll negotiate.
Why wouldn't it? It's the dead of night. Who would even come here? So all of us will go through the passageway?
Ha! I'll say. Good, Janosch. What the fuck is going on? What are those Prague fuckers doing here?
What about you? Do you miss home?
Thank God for that.
If you hadn't have come when you did, who knows how we would have ended up? Say, Godwin, how are things back at home? In Ratai? It's been a while since me and Henry left.
We'll take care of the drawbridge. And you, Henry, open up the first gate for Zhishka. Von Bergov's no fool. He'll want to make a deal.
What about Von Bergov? Damn it! Was nobody keeping an eye on him? Damn it, Henry. Stop fooling around and give me some weapon. I certainly hope so. Don't complain, damn it. According to what you told us, you can handle 10 men with your bare hands. So now you have a chance to show us. Henry? Well, that's nice. Frenchie's got a weapon and not me. Did you forget who your master is? Good work, Henry. What now? Thanks, Henry. I feel better already. And what do I get? Harassing a bit. No offence, but you're a dabbler compared to him.
I should say so.
He's still somewhere in Brandenburg. And Istvan was actually working for von Bergov all this time. Prokop! Jobst of Luxembourg's brother! What a coincidence!
We're here at Jobst's instigation. You killed all my men. They were good lads.
Tell that to Oates.
You killed your own man to protect a woman you don't know.
So you were doing the same as Toth was doing in Sassau, in Sigismund's service? Or maybe even von Bergov's? All you had to do was trust us.
Come on. I think you can trust us after all that's happened, can't you?
We burnt down the fortress to cover their escape, so von Bergov wouldn't suspect anything.
The whole region had to band together to put an end to his mischief. You're not the only one.
Both Jan and Olda are alive, but they had to flee. Henry and I helped them. It was a close shave.
You recruited him? Just like that?
I have the feeling it wasn't God who sent you, but my guardian Hanush, eh?
Istvan took Taumburg Castle. He assembled a huge force and almost seized control of the entire Sassau region.
Unfortunately, they're all dead. Von Bergov suspected something and sent his men to Samin. Unfortunately, they're all dead. Von Bergov suspected something and sent his men to Samin. Von Bergov sent his men to take revenge on him. And we helped them do it. Where will we go?
Are you out of your mind?
This is pointless.
Christ, Henry, be careful. Now we'll see what von Bergov comes up with. Hey, you! Up there in the tower! We want to talk! You'll be burnt to a crisp before Sigismund's minions arrive. Rosa retired. Indeed it does. Chamberlain, you are surrounded! I propose you honourably capitulate. Unbelievable! You really want to threaten us with a hostage? Where is your honour as a nobleman, Sir Otto? Why, of course. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word. We still have your finger of God. Perhaps we could repay you your kindness at Nabokov. Damn it. He has Rosa. That's possible, Otto. But anyone who comes to help you is going to have a hard time if we torch your tower. Good morning, Lady Rosa. What are you playing at, Henry?
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. Excellent. Now, let's get to the reason we're here. So, tell me, sir,
How did you achieve what you have? So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. 15 horses! My word, sir! You must be doing all right for yourself. Sir Otto von Berghoff asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Jaromir very long. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either. I am honoured, Sir Jaromir. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. No, he didn't. I apologise, Sir Jaromir. An excellent idea. What do you say, Sir Hinek? There's always a few mercenaries around, right? I'll go hunting. This tavern's a bit crammed for my liking as it is. We have to get rid of von Berghoff. It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all. It might take weeks for them to arrive. Von Berghoff will have found and caught us by then. What? Fucking hell, Henry. You what? That fucker is Sigismund's right hand. So we'll chop it off. At least Henry here and Kubienka got most of the people out. Don't listen to him. He's a liar and a traitor to this land. Who would pay a ransom for you? Course not. Zizka would have to be out of his mind to release you. We're glad to have helped. I'm sure Sir Jaromir will confirm it. No. I'm just trying to explain to Bocek that our job's not over yet. Isn't that right, Henry? Henry doesn't know what he's talking about, my lord. I have the highest position here, as you know. You're just trying to wriggle out of it. Ha! I get the feeling you touched a nerve there, Henry. This vermin doesn't have a backup plan. And I've made my mind up. I mustn't be distracted by affairs of the heart while we have a town here in the clutches of the enemy. How magnanimous of you. Yes, and there's better acoustics here. Besides, what are you going to do to me? Hang me twice? I suppose not. I was just singing to pass the time. Talk to me. What about? It's not your fault, Henry. Likewise. My importance? How do you mean? I'll tell you later. It's a bit complicated. So, you and Henry are brothers? Tripe like that isn't even worthy of an answer. Well, you'd better not forget that then. Stop with the mockery and answer when a nobleman asks you something. I mean, me and you. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see how things turn out. He's surely already waiting for us impatiently. That they're based in Ibakov, and that bastard Istvan has joined them. That they're based in Ibakov, and some fella called Jan is in charge. That there's some fella called Jan in charge, and that bastard Istvan has joined them. Forget about it. It's only starting to hurt now, in fact. Hold your horses. I may have a blot or two on my reputation, but I'm not a thief. I'm sure he will the first time. Then we'll see. I suppose you're right. I don't think so. I'm sure of it. There's some fella called Jan in charge. They occupied Nabakov, and that bastard Istvan joined them. I owe you a lot. And it won't be as much of a secret as you think. I'm scared shitless for the very same reason. We've both been given command of a company. How's it going so far? Have you beaten anyone yet? Watch your tongue. You had to squeeze him a bit. But I'm glad it didn't go too far. It was fucked up. I was hit by an arrow. And then we were just stuck in the fortress with no food. This is different. It has nothing to do with you, actually. I reckon this is now the richest alehouse in the kingdom. This shouldn't have happened! This should never have happened! What a relief to hear that. Well, not all of us. But I'm not really surprised when he was shoving it under everyone's noses and telling them there's none better in the county. Tell me about it. But we can't give up now. I'm still young. I want to have fun. And instead of that, I have to marry some wench I've never seen? Good idea. And that's that. That was just for show! To put some fear in him! Couldn't you tell? Good one. Svatya had his eye on him the whole time and just seized the opportunity. I don't want this to sound bad, but I'm dancing with a lady now. You'll have to wait. Don't bother me now, Henry. It's got nothing to do with you anyway. I thought we could have a little chat. My thoughts exactly. Well then, there you go then. Maybe next time. You should share then. And what about you? Are you going to try too? Either way, we should go and see him as soon as possible and not drag things out. Excuse me? Better than having you here getting in my way, you cheeky sod. All right, you take care of the dough. I'll start digging a grave. All right? Let's cut it up and take it back to Devil's Den. At least the wine here is decent.
Secret? Ugh, I don't know if you can call it a secret. The bailiff's son. Svatobluk.
Mind your own business, Henry. The bad news is there's hardly any females in this whole damned place.
I hope Ada enjoyed looking down on that. He promised Bocek he'd marry me to his niece, so that's what he's going to do.
You're really a barrel of laughs, Godwin. Wait till Hannah hears this.
Jesus, Henry! It looked like you were starting to enjoy torturing. Are you saying I'm worthless, you country yokel? I'm telling you. Leave it be. You said it yourself a moment ago. I'd say it's already the talk of the town in Ratai. Shh! Have you gone mad?
Because I saw him.
Oh, come on. You know I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
Come on. You call this a heroic deed?
Why? I don't know. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Bergov? It's open rebellion. Why don't you ask him yourself? Why not? That's kind of you.
I didn't expect you to manage it that easily. I've got to say, though, you stick out like a monk in a brothel. Next time we go straight at them together.
Last I saw, he disappeared into the battlements by the latrine, and then he showed up in the backyard under the dovecot. So, are you glad to see me?
We'll go together, right?
I'm working at our task. What else? You were worried about me?
Well, now, I mean, Henry.
Who is this drunk? I expect an apology as soon as you find the sword. Various things. You don't need to know everything, Henry. Well, that they're based in Abakov. Well, that Istvan joined them. Well, that some fella called Jan is in charge. Ah, you see, it's in fashion at court these days.
You see? And today it's just another run-of-the-mill afternoon.
I should say so. I don't understand what got into you. Well, that's a bit of a fuck-up, eh? Well, I can't say I feel too good about it. But in the end, it wasn't all that horrible. Well, I can't say I share your enthusiasm. Well, we didn't get much. What's to be done? Aye. But on the other hand, she's rich. We were both trying to show off. We wanted to deliver that letter to Trotsky and come back home to a lord's welcome.
All right.
And that really fucking annoys me. And when the time comes and Hanush summons me for the courtship, I'll send a message saying I'm seriously ill. I'm not sure what to do. After what happened. You know? Can't you see I have company? I had no idea you had the soul of a strategist. Didn't you understand? You don't have to. But do you actually have a choice? I don't have a good feeling about this. Let me tell you. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter. I'm not so sure, Henry. Von Bergov trusted in us. Woe betide us if he ever discovers we lied to him. I'm going to hole up somewhere, at the Devil's Den, say, and I'll have fun while I can. We couldn't save it. As soon as they got into the courtyard and basement, it was clear we'd lose it. Let's hope that will be enough for von Bergov. I don't understand what got into you. Leave me be. I didn't expect it to be so easy. I wasn't good enough for you, so stop pestering me. It's not sacred ground, but we can't drag him with us. And we can't leave him to the wolves either. Or we'll find something more private. He didn't have the sword anymore. No chance. I'm not that lucky. Also, she's bound to be ugly. She'd have been married off ages ago otherwise. Damn it! You don't have to be afraid with me.
But we promised to bring some meat, didn't we?
We!
Cheers! Now, enough nonsense. Let's have a drink to your health and my freedom.
I'm in no hurry for the courtship, believe you me. I'll wait for von Bergov alone. Enough of this emotional blackmail. You don't need to know, and that's that. Don't think he'll be very pleased. I thought he'd turn tail. That would have been just like him. I have to admit, I wasn't that keen on him at first. Maybe I was a bit jealous. Bollocks. Ordering someone to bring you wine is different from commanding troops in a battle. Damn, Henry.
You really worked him over.
Young Odorin, Anna of Volstein, and several other nobles are dead. It was slaughter.
We should bury him. You had other concerns. I understand.
I was really worried about you.
Yes, he was. And I'm not happy. But what can I do? Have him dragged before the king's court? We need to stay in this region, so we'll hole up somewhere for a while. At the Devil's Den, say.
Fuck!
The blacksmith went to the latrine and left his sword outside. The blockhead. Finally, you've come to your senses. If you weren't so foolhardy, we could have made a plan and taken them out by stealth. You arrived in the nick of time in any case. I expect he means me, Flower.
Well, it's not a pleasant feeling. But I'm glad that in the end we didn't have to, you know.
Yes, good work.
Henry! My friend!
No doubt Henry assumed I'd starve to death if he wasn't on my arse for a while.
Henry of Skalitz, a modern-day Alexander the Great. Exactly. This is a test, and an opportunity to show that we stand by our allies, whatever the cost.
I'm glad nothing happened to you. That would have killed me.
Right. Give me a hard time too, eh?
I'd like to see you try. And, Henry, I'm really sorry about what happened to Sam, Henry.
Is she at least pretty?
Maybe. But I saw him nick the sword, Henry. With my own eyes. Of course I'll be all right. What do you mean? Of course he will. He'll take after me. He'll perform great deeds, you can be sure of that.
I know, but still, I don't understand what got into you.
I'm going with you. I'm going with the rest of our people to Devil's Den. So don't leave me hanging, all right? Just don't fuck it up. We need to talk to von Berghoff. Oh, bloody Hanush. Like I said, he took the sword. I have no idea. I had better things to do than follow him around. Look, Henry, let it go. Heinrich, you heard what Hanush said. He doesn't want anyone to accuse him of not keeping his word. Hanush told me he has no intention of handing over what's mine. Not until I get married, at least.
You've had command for less than a day, but you're already spouting such wisdom. I'm just joking. Of course you're right.
Quite a choice.
But that means they're not listening to you, Henry? In that case, I reckon you're not a very good commander.
Oh, I hope he suffered.
I hope you're right.
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess. What's it to you? Mind your own business.
Thanks, Henry.
Well, enough talk. You should go and rest. Take care of yourself and your men. How should I know? Ask the Burgrave. He's just coming. What can one expect from a man of the cloth? How dare you? What do you want from me? What can we do? Nothing. What do you want, Henry? Can't you see I'm busy here? I understand you're upset by what happened. But you don't have to treat me like an idiot. They may have been bastards, but we shouldn't leave them to the wolves. Oh, I have to think this through. I will. Send my regards to Radzik. Either I fulfill his condition, or I force him to drop it.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You can either throw more empty accusations at me, or you can try and find him. Brabant? What? Unfortunately, Godwin pulled the arrow out straight away. It didn't go in too deep, thankfully. I was wearing armour, and in the fray, I didn't even think of it.
Clear off.
Well, I suppose we should bury them, eh? But you know what? I didn't even remember Nabokov. That escape through the crypt from the Italian court cured me.
But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it.
I've been thinking, though. If I get married and have a son, I'll name him after you. But after all we went through together, it's really terrible. But money isn't everything. We're alive. Sigismund is fucked. We won.
But I didn't. That's the difference between us.
We are. Of course we are. This must be the richest fucking fortress in the kingdom.
But do what you think is right.
But I'm the only one who has elevated it to an art. But from what I hear, the Samin's really sticking his craw. But still, the main thing is that you came back safe and sound. Only just. Another moment and they'd have discovered it. You arrived in the nick of time. Well. Who do we have here?
There's some old bat standing there with two young girls, but she watches over them like a mother hen.
I didn't like that much, to tell the truth.
Whereas I have plenty of experience with the former. In the case of the latter, it was always me who was carrying out orders.
Come now, don't be shy. You did miss me, didn't you?
So at least tell me the good news.
Why? There's not much to tell, really.
Bet on whom? I'm glad I'm not the only one. And? What happened?
Stay strong.
And what have you got to complain about? You should be pleased. Or would you rather I name him Vacalin?
What are you even doing here?
What are you even doing here? Wait a moment, Petal. What's the rush? What are you doing here? Can't you see I have company?
Too bad, pal. I saw her first, and I'm certainly not sharing.
Shut up. Are you out of your mind? What's it to you? I just did. I can take care of myself even without you on my arse.
Unfortunately. Don't even think about it.
Kvyetta doesn't give a damn about you. Got it?
Henry,
What the fuck are you... Who's Enelin? She told me her name was Kvyetta.
I knew right away there was something off about that Ulrich.
Go and find a corner somewhere where you can pull your plonker, and next time try your luck with some ninny more on your level, yokel.
I know. I know.
They won't get you. Wait, I'm getting there. In the story, there's something I don't have my own words for.
Already?
That's not funny.
They even seduced court ladies together.
Sometimes it does more harm than good. In this story, he probably wanted to mask his fame, because it was Lancelot. Go already.
Well...
All right. Then I'll tell you the whole thing. Listen, so, good luck, and you better come back with reinforcements. Aye. Perhaps. But it's still a shit show.
Why the hell can't I save you once for a change?
They met on the battlefield, where they faced each other. One as a commander, the other as a black knight. After the battle, the knights met. They grew close to each other, and from then on, they only fought side by side. Well, I hope we'll still have the chance to fight side by side. Just don't do anything stupid, all right? Steal some horses and get to Yobs as fast as you can. In the end, he dies too, of grief and sorrow. When on campaign, they slept in the same tent. I thought, but you're only going to risk your neck because you're not of noble birth. This is terribly unjust. I should go with you. They went through a lot together, until Lancelot was eventually captured. Everyone thought he was dead. Lancelot and Gaelhaut. I'm sure you've heard of Lancelot. We make a good pair, don't we? Aye, that's why I'm talking about them. Henry, if anything happens to you, then, you see, once I heard a French minstrel tell a tale about two knights. You see, I've been thinking a lot about the two of us, and about what you told me at Malashov. Good luck, Henry. Good luck, Henry. Good luck, Henry. And come back in one piece. The commander, Gaelhaut, saw how valiantly the Black Knight had fought and decided to surrender alongside his entire army, even though they had the upper hand. When Gaelhaut, the other knight, saw the Black Knight fight, he and his army surrendered, even though they had the upper hand. When Gaelhaut found out, well, he was distraught. He felt life was meaningless all of a sudden. Right. All right. I understand. A Black Knight is someone who fights in battle, but doesn't wear his colours. I'll be watching you from the ramparts. But I thought only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom. But don't forget to say what you found out from von Bergov in Malashov. You're exaggerating it a bit, aren't you? We just went for a bathe and they happened to be there by chance. Besides, you were quite happy to go along. And I saved your neck, in case you've forgotten. Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it, just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way.
We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuddenberg against Sigismund. Get off my back! You're completely blameless, are you? And the bastards treated us as such. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosch on your behalf. You can ride a horse? That's the one.
Thank you kindly.
He took me for a ride around the countryside a couple of times, though. Maybe that's why von Bergov didn't want you in the saddle. He was afraid you'd flee. By the way, my lady, would you happen to know one Yitka of Kunstad? I'm astonished. You actually put von Bergov in his place. And with such grace. When he was holding me in Malashov, I didn't dare say a word against him. Well, von Bergov didn't treat me badly, but I didn't have much time to enjoy the surroundings. It's just that I've been hearing a lot about her. Aha. What a shame. I mean, that you haven't met. Come quick. We have to go and see Zizka.
Don't shout! Come here, Henry!
Henry, come here. I need to talk to you. Henry, can I have a word? Hey, Henry!
Stop it! Stop it! Leave me alone, damn it!
Where are you going, Henry? Stick close to us! We don't know whether they're tailing us.
Ow! Damn it! What the hell are you doing?
Back to the walls! Follow me! You know how they say the ends justify the means? That applies exactly to our situation.
Fucking tunnels!
Ugh. But thank Christ for them. Those fuckers are retreating! They're retreating!
Zizka?
Aye. Wine, women, and song. Jolly lads from all around to Ador come wandering. Jolly lads from all around to Ador come wandering.
I have arrived at the conclusion that a bad day is just a bad day. That I couldn't get out of there. You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you?
I am still your master, so when I tell you that we're not going through any passageway, it'll be as I say.
He said if we wanted to live to see another day, we should be quiet and do what we're told.
If you have anything to say, you can tell me on the way to Trotsky.
Bloody miracle!
Fuck! Chamberlain Ulrich!
Fuck! I can't see anything through the smoke!
Fuck! We've got to get out of here! There's more of them coming!
Fucking hell! They've spotted us!
Raise the drawbridge! Hey, Henry, come up here. Those Pavasiers, take them out! Otherwise our men won't make it back!
Fucking cramped cellar.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately.
You have no idea what you're messing with.
I'm sure I swallowed him, because what came out of me the next day?
I'm not going through any passageway.
I remember. But if I faint or go mad in that passageway, I'll put you in danger too. And I'm not going to let that happen.
At bloody last.
The sun will be up soon. We must hurry. Go and open that gate. I pulled a strong thread out of those rags I had on, made a snare for game, and before you could say jackrabbit, I was hawking 6 hares around the local cottages. What they did to poor old Oates and the others. He holds it like a pitchfork. Excellent. We'll meet at the second gate. We'll pass on Sir Yaromir's messages to Lord von Bergov, and our work will be done. You need to relax a bit. Let your hair down. So it occurred to me, you might like to go hunting with me. Kick it in! We can't hold them off any longer! But first duty, then some fun, eh? You'd better be going. Kick that door in! A ride in the fresh air will do us both a world of good. The famous fighter who can't keep his sword in its sheath for more than half a day. Hold! They're lining up in the back! Excellent. But we'll set out once it's light. We wouldn't catch anything now. Come round later. You proud bastards! What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. All the ladders are down! They're fucked! All our problems began the day I abandoned that simple philosophy of life. That would be because I'm related on the bride's side. What are you doing here all alone? Such a pretty woman and no escort? Fucking help me! I'm going back to Trotsky. I'll expect you tomorrow. Advance! Quick! Nothing. Not a damn thing. We have to discuss what to do next. It's not finished yet. The wet dream of half the girls at any dance. Nothing much, actually. You know what I mean. Why do you keep defending that madman? Wine, bacon, wine, the deep woods, a quiver full of arrows, wine, shoot some deer and celebrate with wine, like we used to do back home. I know you don't like it, But remember what those brutes did at the pond.
I know. You told me when we left Nabokov.
Can you hear that?
There are people in the camp.
Can you see what I see? See? Great minds think alike. See?
You see that? There are soldiers there.
Sigismund's men, judging by their colours.
See now, and Hanush thought I shouldn't have a bodyguard who knows how to read. Said you're too smart. Lo and behold, the prodigal son returns. It's bad enough being in a small room. I start to feel the walls closing in on me and the ceiling coming down. But most of the time we were in that room. Get your things and your horse so we can get going. Although Trotsky puts it to shame, eh?
Really?
Is that so? Well, listen to what Godwin taught me.
Vaffanculo brutto stronzo.
You can forget about it. I mean, we'll all suffocate in that passageway. Or it'll fall on our heads. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there.
First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me.
In the brewery at noon, it's merry as a tap room.
Have you found a way past it? Don't try my patience.
It won't be much longer.
I won't disturb you any longer. Rest. It's getting late, and we have to get back to Trotsky. Nabokov is not far now.
They're almost through. Aim at those soldiers by the gate.
We're almost there. You'll see. Soon enough we'll be chasing after wenches like the good old days.
We'll see who gets the last laugh, you whoresons.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner.
Ulrich's dead. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Ooh, I don't feel good.
Oh, this is just...
You also didn't know any of that when you came to Ratai. But at least you didn't want to stick a knife in anyone. Those ladders can't stay up!
We don't have any weapons, genius. You're so serious. You're not even interested in how I nicked that bow from Jobst.
Listen here, Henry. Woman, you read my mind. Where have you been all my life?
You can be the Castellan or something. Don't worry, I won't forget you.
You go and open that gate on the left. We'll take the drawbridge on the right.
My God! How on earth could someone like you beat me?
They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still in a really bad way. After that battle and all.
A brief rest?
All right. You've earned it. You understand that, right? You must stop this, Hashek! That Nabokov bastard! Now he's really pissed me off.
Good heavens. You really don't miss anything, do you?
I feel like we're going to be crushed here.
Doubtless. He certainly will be.
Ha! I knew he'd win.
Indeed.
This is fucking impossible. Let's go then.
I'm glad to hear that. She must be very pretty, eh?
Glad to hear it.
That's what princes do.
Can't you tell? I'm watching out in case we're being followed.
We can't. We wouldn't make it to Nabokov and back by sunset.
I can't. Sigismund might have pulled out, but there's still work to be done here. I think Zizka will want to wait for Jobst.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Are you trying to be funny?
They've already sounded the alarm in the village. They're lining up over there on the road on the right.
That's the spirit. Now, listen.
That's it. Drive them off.
Ha fucking ha. Hunting. Of course.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
It's not the chivalrous way. You really should. If we're to make it out of the Italian court alive, you've got to keep him in line.
As you should. But now tell me, what happened there?
That goat. Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors. But since Nabokov, it's worse than ever.
Now for the worst part, Henry.
Not now, Henry.
Now's our chance!
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky. I'd never been so sick in my life. We'll meet at the second gate at sunrise and then set out.
Time to get back in the saddle.
Oh, well, lucky for you, you have a trade you could work at. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Rabosh.
So get to it! And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Can't wait till we get properly hammered again.
So we set off tomorrow, and you will stick to me like a fly to shit. End of story. So there's nothing he can do for us. So all I can do is head to the woods and make sure we don't die of hunger here.
Like, actually escorting me when you're supposed to, for once?
Seems so. I'm glad to see you are too. I don't want a dead man protecting me either.
Fuck! Did they have to lock us up in here of all places?
I also stuck to what I'm best at.
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they could just throw you in some hole.
I've never been so hungry in my life. It's such a shame. It's a good thing Bernard didn't see it.
Let me repeat. No passageway for me.
Great. Saddle your horse and get ready. I can smell the game from here.
I can't wait to hear it, but tell me on the way so I'm not caught by surprise.
Well, that's good news.
That's good. Now just to get the fuck out of here on the double.
Now I get why they call you Devil. Those flames look like they're straight out of hell.
Give over.
Drop by when you're free then. So get ready. As soon as we cross the stream, we'll give the horses a gallop again.
Well, at least I'll get a good night's sleep.
Just don't get caught. Better go then, before someone catches you. Then we'd both be fucked.
Come on then.
Enough talk. Let's let the wings of our Fortuna carry us away.
Come on then, fuckface! Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can.
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable! We're envoys of the Lord of Lipa!
Then Lord Capon of Perkstein will explain to them that he and his page are hunting on the local lord's land. Stop dilly-dallying and let's go. For King Wenceslas.
What are you waiting for? Bash him over the head!
In plain sight like this.
Have a safe journey.
All right. I'll go back to the Devil's Den. And you go where you want.
Come on, go! Hurry up, God damn it!
Come on, we're moving out.
What now?
What's the matter, blacksmith's boy? Stop farting around.
Well then, do you know the way?
What is it? Are you going to open that gate? What do you want to do then?
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Come on, Henry. We're running out of time. So? Well, make your mind up. Let's get it over and done with.
Over here. I can hear him.
It's a good thing you've come. Nothing here. Shit. Nothing here.
Here you are, my unworthy servant. Turn left here, so we should be careful. Our mission will be taking us around a pond, and we know what happened last time. Let it rain death from the sky!
Saint Wenceslas, watch over us. Saint George, watch over us.
Take them out, quick! Once they poke their heads out, take them down!
Well, so did we. Have a safe journey. Send my regards to Yitka and Sir Herald. By using the old noggin, pal. Grab the door handle and let's go. Damn it, Henry. Come on. We can handle this motley bunch.
Let them have it! Can you hear me? Let me out! Do you hear?
Do you hear that?
Do you hear, Henry? I need you here!
I hear Zizka. This is it. Ada. I found this great spot in the forest near Bohunjevitz, an abandoned hunter's camp. Come on! We promised Zizka we'd find some meat for the mercenaries, didn't we? Damn it! If they weren't before, you surely just summoned them here yourself. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
Knock down those ladders! Knock those fuckers down! Throw them all down!
I could eat anything. Even oatmeal, and I hate oatmeal. You're brave and a good warrior. But be careful you don't bite off more than you can chew. Fuck your opinions! No! Just no! We'll meet at the second gate tomorrow at sunrise.
Did you muster all the men? Saddle up, Henry. I can smell the game from here.
I was sitting in the garden behind Perkstein, shouting, "Go to hell!" over the walls at anyone passing by.
Mount up and let's go.
Of course. But I'm still afraid the wedding will have to wait. The land isn't safe. The king is imprisoned. Our work isn't over yet.
I'd rather catch the attention of a local wench.
You told me yourself things look suspicious at Nabokov Fortress.
Good lord, you've been all over the place. I've hardly been further than Sasau.
Shit, and there's a dead body. Over there, by the tree. A local hunter, probably. He must have stumbled across them. That's great, but in this dark, we'd end up breaking the horse's legs.
Where the hell are you, Henry?
Damn it, Henry. I thought we'd put that behind us. So stop bringing it up all the time.
Christ, man. I don't know why I'm bothering with you. Sakura!
Oh, we'll deal with that somehow.
Hey!
Christ, you're no fun.
Right. Henry and I also had a taste of it at Rock Tower Pond. Faster! Faster! Quick! Quick! Down to the mill and across the stream!
You decided to see how I'm getting on?
You want to go owl hunting or what?
You got clear instructions.
So I snooped around his lodge, and when sleeping it off, I went hunting. Only commoners poach. I was hunting in the territory of another noble. Without his permission, admittedly.
Poaching's what commoners do, not me.
I thought you might like to come with me, have a drink, chat, and do some hunting.
Should we go in or wait?
Ah, bollocks! There's nothing to worry about.
Shh, quiet.
There's something going on outside the door. Let's go down! We'll lose them on the other side of the stream!
Well, because I'm just sorry,
I suppose. Because, as you yourself heard, there's no reasonable mission here for the noble lord of Leiper and Perkstein.
He's simply doing everything in his power to piss us off. He does whatever he wants, doesn't listen to orders, sticks his nose into everything.
So, it's up to us again. We'll fight our way through! Quick! Down the path! Get ready! Once he kicks it in, we'll rush in! Get them!
He will. Just wait and see. We came here to hunt. So let's hunt.
Stop by during the daytime.
Stop it, you madman!
That's the one. That's exactly what I intend to do, my brave and faithful companion.
Exactly. Thank you, Henry.
Indeed. But I might just have learned something after all.
Oh, well, the rest of your report was evidently enough.
Look out! Enemy marksman on the right! Look out! Over there!
About time. We'll meet by the horses.
Shoot them down there! Someone knocked those ladders down!
They took care of my wounds and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. We're all finished here. Now back to Trotsky.
There they are! Careful not to hit our men!
If Sigismund doesn't release him, then we'll have no other choice.
Let's go a little farther so he doesn't hear us. Come and have a chat. Get a move on!
Lord von Berghoff should hear about your findings sooner rather than later, if you ask me. I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit, and then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
Wait. A passageway, you say? A dark, narrow passageway?
Nicely. Sigismund's lackeys, without violence. Sigismund's men.
Fuck me!
Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison.
That nitwit! I found out he was fond of the booze. Lord Jesus Christ, stand by our side. Come one, come all. Lord Capon of Perkstein is on trial again. It's been quite a while since I was last on the gallows.
Do you remember the hunter's camp near Bohuniewicz I told you about?
Oh, this place again.
Oh, it makes my blood run cold.
No, definitely not from around here. Fend them off! We fended them off!
No,
I can't handle it.
You can rest later. We have to tell von Berghoff right now that Sierramiri is being held prisoner.
There are Pavasiers coming out of the village! Aim at them! Don't let them advance!
I mean, it's been some time since our escape from Malashov, and von Berghoff is locked up in Suchdol.
Occupy the tower!
Both of which can be entertaining, of course, up to a point, about Radzig and Hanush and especially Jobst. What they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with and that.
Oh, fuck! That sounds like a right massacre. I've heard about Krazel too. An odd chap by all accounts. Well, look at that. Miss me already, eh?
Well, fuck me. Who's this? No fucking way. Henry, I'd go insane in there.
Give it all you've got!
Don't make me beg. Sigismund's camp isn't going anywhere, is it?
Come on, Henry! Remember what Bernard taught you! Come on, Henry! Remember what Bernard taught you! Come on, Henry, there's work to do! Up here, fast! Come on, move it, you poor bastards!
Nice. What does it mean?
God damn! What happened there?
Yeah. Well, maybe you two really are related. All right. I admit I might have deserved it back then. But doing that, I summoned a minion of hell who latched onto a carrot I unknowingly ate.
And that's that.
Come on, we'll clear our heads and stretch our old limbs. What'd you say? I'd expect nothing less from you. Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot. I only told him they sent us with that message and discussed the rest when we were gone.
Don't forget about me. Don't give in! No retreat! Don't dally, Henry. I don't want to go there without you. There's a beautiful view of the sunset from here. We didn't stand our ground for so long just to give up now! Don't stand there like a little girl!
They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information. Don't be such a scaredy cat. Listen.
Nonsense! Don't spare him! Give it to him! Don't spare him, Henry! Henry, I mean it. You have to trust me on this one. Don't tell me you wouldn't like to do it again.
Didn't I say you shouldn't get drunk?
Shoot! Take out those pavosiers! Don't stop! Let's not get ahead of ourselves, friend. Your time will come.
Don't you think we ought to hurry? I didn't have to. Godwin spoke up.
Come on up. There's a nice view from here.
Some words just shouldn't be used.
It'd be great to try that bow out right away. We could ride out together on the hunt.
I'd really like to get out of here and go hunting. But those bastards are everywhere.
You're not only brave, you're wise as well. I couldn't hope for a better retainer.
It's impossible. I can't do it.
Regardless of how grave the situation is or what his lord commands. Stand your ground! Don't give up, men!
Don't worry, sir. Henry and I have survived worse things. Don't worry. Once we're out of here with all the silver, everything will turn out for the best.
Or do you need a nobleman's hand to slap some sense, loyalty, and responsibility into that stupid blacksmith's noggin of yours?
Or maybe he shits gold ingots.
No, of course not.
Beauty isn't the most important thing.
Maybe not for long.
No, it's too late and we wouldn't get back by nightfall. I'm not going to risk getting ambushed in the dark or having the horses get lamed.
Not skilled enough, apparently.
No, but it took ages to get to Malashov. 4 or 5 days in that god-awful cart. On top of that, we're turning up unannounced, which makes it good manners to arrive in the morning. Fortunately not. But I'd like to get the fuck out sharpish.
He got lucky.
I'd like a word, blacksmith's boy. Fuck the plan. I'm not going to lose my mind in front of everyone. I can't just turn up at Nabokov unannounced and alone. It's degrading. A nobleman travels with an escort. It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course. What the hell is keeping you? Open the gate. What are you waiting for? Open the gate.
What are you waiting for, Henry? Let him have it. What are you waiting for, Henry? Give it to him.
I'm deadly serious. Fine. If you really need to know, I'll tell you. I was about 5. I feel sick just thinking about it. I'd have thought you, of all people, would be capable of appreciating fine craftsmanship.
I meant to say, Hamlet.
Us. True.
We did all we could.
Can you start taking our fucking mission seriously?
You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are. Oh, we have to get away. They're coming.
There is such a thing as decorum, you know. We're going to negotiate with a lord, not some yeoman.
We have to get out of here. But we can't go back. We have to go down. We have to help the fool. We have to get to the mill. We'll lose them on the other side of the stream.
Wait, we still have to wait for Hashek. We're not going to go there alone.
Come on, we have to take them down! We have to get out of the gorge and down to the mill!
There has to be another way, though I'd rest easier if he was dead. Torturing people. What have I gotten myself into? I might have left you in it. You seem to have trouble remembering who your lord is and what your duties are. Are you talking about the torturing? We're leaving. Get a move on. You mean a masterpiece of stone masonry?
Aim true!
It had eyes and claws and everything. We were supposed to go to Nabokov, and you couldn't be asked. That's what's wrong. We should report it to Lord von Berghoff.
We should discuss what to do now.
You're supposed to escort and protect me. That means going where I tell you, when I tell you. Got that? I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you in Kuttenberg.
Ugh, he just got lucky.
Oh, what a relief to hear that. See to it that he receives me immediately.
I was travelling with Von Owlet's minions. They hauled me in one of the wagons. Why did you draw your weapon, you idiot? I had to run away with my tail between my legs.
I should fucking hope so.
Are we supposed to go to the horses?
I have a feeling these walls are moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller.
I was humiliated, ambushed, wounded, and nearly hanged, all because of him.
They're carrying torches!
A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors.
I'm always ready. as many a wench will tell you. Kurva! I've had enough of your wanderlust.
Fuck! What a lot of horses! They must have cost a fortune. Kurva! You tricked me, you blackguard!
Your betters are about to dispense justice!
Shit!
Fuck it, Henry. We've just made peace and you're trying my patience again.
Kurva, I'm so hungry. Fuck! Sooner or later they'll find us here. We must do something.
Fuck! We're getting hammered here!
Damn strange and no mistake.
Watch out! Take cover! They're shooting at us! We're covering you! Go! Sacra! What are you waiting for, Henry? What the fuck are you waiting for, Henry?
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ's wounds!
Among other things, I kept thinking, I haven't properly thanked you yet for coming to Malashov to get me. I see you're practicing your strong, silent blacksmith look.
I see you've got a nice hangover, eh?
Do you have anything else to do? Come on up.
Finally. The horses are waiting, so let's go. We can chat along the way. But first we have to get going.
And now the sun is lowering, it's asleep until the morning!
Every time you say the word demon, one shows up. Don't you know that? Oh, all right then. Just get rid of them.
When I found out that Yobs would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. If I got spanked like him, I'd crawl under a rock with shame.
Forget it. I'll slip through the gate nice and easy and join you outside.
Why are you dragging your heels, Henry? We'll turn our thoughts to better days and drown away these sad ones. We'll turn our thoughts to better days and drown away these sad ones.
As far as that shield is concerned, you can keep it. Everyone should know you're my escort.
Our men are cut off! Cover them! I expect you country folk would consider this to be the pinnacle of swordsmanship. But for me, it was just a warm-up.
Are you sure? I mean, wouldn't it be better if we went ahead and took stock of the situation?
I beg to disagree, my brave and faithful companion.
I'm truly delighted she heard my pleas and you've come back in one piece.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Berghoff. I'm the bailiff's cousin, 5 times removed on my mother's side. By marriage.
Seriously? I can't wait to hear it then. Aye. You talked about it on the way from Nabokov. Aye. You mentioned it when we were with Lord von Berghoff. Kindly leave the preaching to Godwin and listen. My friend, a pretty young lady in a big town. I'm surprised Ruthard doesn't keep her locked up in his cellar.
I wanted to say, well, that I'm glad to see you again.
Henry! No more messing about. Got that?
Henry! You really are my guardian angel. Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here. They want to hang me. Sacre, Henry! Stay close and stop mucking about!
Henry! Open the gate! They're waiting for us outside! Henry! There's nothing for it but to fight our way out. Can we go?
Henry! Don't piss me off!
Hey, easy now. He's had enough. Don't overdo it. Oh, come on. That was a one-off. Let's not make it a tradition, eh?
Henry! Rocks! Henry! Where are you going now? We have a task to carry out.
Henry, for fuck's sake, I need some weapon, otherwise we'll never get out of here alive. Henry, for fuck's sake. Just when you got out of that carnage in Kuttenberg, they sent you right to the enemy's encampment to snoop around.
Hey! Henry, move it! Our people are outside! Open that fucking gate!
Henry, what are you doing here? What's the matter, Henry? We have to set off.
Henry, run and open the gate!
Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Henry,
my most faithful friend.
Otherwise you'll have me on your conscience.
Oh, Jesus Christ! If it isn't that noble robber Henry, the honoured guest of every pillory.
If he finds out, he can complain to the Lord of Perkstein.
If I don't eat anything, I'll be dead by tomorrow, I swear to God.
Just a little longer, men!
I swear, I don't know how many more times we're going to have to change sides before luck smiles on us.
Don't get all uppity, yokel. I'm going to Nabokov, and you're coming with me.
Once, I even went into his shed and, borrowed a bow and a quiver full of arrows. Either way, I'll never forget this little trip of ours.
That's a wonderful plan. No passageways.
It's gone, without a trace. What's more, It's on the way to Sigismund's camp.
The fortress stands on a rocky outcrop. We'll have to go round. I'm going to go to the stables and wait there for our departure. Come with me if you want.
Henry, will you go and open that gate? What are you waiting for? Let's go and see von Berghoff so we can get it over with.
Let's get them, fellas!
That's my boy.
Is everyone armed?
Let's go.
Let's go, fellas.
Let's go then. They really worked me over when I was little. Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole. Like I said, if we can manage it without torturing, all the better. But on the other hand, those fuckers had no mercy either. I know! I already said I behaved like a fool, all right?
I'll wait here for Hashek. You can join me if you want.
I knew it.
Ever since that tower fell on me in Nabokov and I was stuck under the ruins, I just can't. I'm sorry, Henry. I'm afraid of small, dark spaces.
I don't know. But I don't want to be stuck in here anyway. This is no place for me. A noble! I can't wait either, damn it. I need to have some proper fun before I get the old ball and chain. Same here, Henry. Goes without saying, right? It's just that since Nabokov, when they shot the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there, well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces. I can't do it. I'd like to, but it makes me wretched just thinking about it. The stench, the cramped space.
Yuvat!
I'll even have a forge built so you feel right at home. Even Hanush will have to admit our mission couldn't have succeeded under the circumstances. Get ready to leave, Henry. Lord von Berghoff is expecting us. After all, we're in a situation neither of us could have expected.
This is all your fault. I'll be right there, Henry. I'll just finish something off here.
I suppose you're right. Just be sure to get here on time. Me? Never. Captain Thomas. Yes! He met us before we reached the pond, didn't he? We showed him our letter.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey, blacksmith's boy, come here, quick. Hey, open up, you rabble. We're messengers from Ratai. Your captain can confirm it.
Hey, Henry, what are you playing at? We're leaving.
Hey, Henry, help me. Hey, Henry, cover us.
Hey, Henry, we're moving out.
Hey, stay close.
According to legend, this bow belonged by right to Margrave Jobst of Moravia, who, however, was not worthy of it. And so, fate decreed that it fell into the hands of a proper knight.
A bit more. Come on. Try to help me for fuck's sake.
No, I suppose they don't.
Throw anything you can at them. Hey, hear me.
Ha ha ha. Exactly. No, nothing like that. But I see you've got your humour and good mood back, so the gift served its purpose. That's a fact. Once I get my hands on my estates, I'll build a new castle that only has huge rooms and lots of spacious courtyards. I knew we'd see eye to eye.
Let it rain death upon them. We have to keep them busy. Fortuna.
You're one yourself. Eh? What are you blabbering about?
Watch out, Henry! There are shooters behind the wagons! Keep them away from our men!
Good luck. I hope it won't happen again. We'll get out of here some other way, even if I have to knock down the main gate myself. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you. Did you need to find your lord again because you ran out of money? Or did you get tired of wandering around? You have a fucking nerve! To hell with you! Bloody hell! Soldiers! Sigismund's men, judging by the colours. God damn it! I should have gone there too. I could have been some use at least. Well, I never. Who's this? Could it be Henry Sharpsword? Shit! Henry! So you deigned to turn up? Oh shit! Fuck! Shit! Well, the stables can be seen from the entrance hall. If you signal us with a torch from next to the horses, we'll head towards you.
Down to the mill and across the stream!
Go and get your horse so we can get going. What are you playing at? Which part of deliver the message did you not understand? I was somewhat afraid they might send someone after us. Especially after what you said on the way about Sir Yaramir being a prisoner. But it's good we're back safe. It's nice to be out under the open sky. All right.
That sounds sensible enough. And you can fill me in on the way. I want to know exactly what you found out. This is serious.
Good. The guards are busy with the fire in the village on the other side.
All right. You know I'm fond of you, but my patience has its limits.
Hey! Henry! We have to keep going! Good. The rock isn't so steep from this side.
All right. To the horses then. You know what? Tell me first on the way there, and we'll see if I've wronged you or not. All right. I'm keen to hear what you have to say. It was clever of you to sniff out the deception, Henry. I'll take my hat off to you. Lord von Berghoff must be informed.
Good work, everyone! Great! They're retreating! Good work!
I probably wouldn't have taken him on.
What the hell are you doing? We don't have time!
Thanks. Thanks, Henry.
Hurry! To the walls! Go! Show what you're made of!
Come on! For God's sake! Get up, Henry! Come on, Henry! Kick it in!
Come on, Henry! We have to get away!
Come on! Come on! Give me your hand!
Don't spare him, Henry!
Huh? Give me a weapon, damn it! Give me some steel! We have to fight our way out!
Watch your fire!
I will not tolerate my retainer being put in the pillory. It's an utter disgrace. What? How did it get there? What? Why didn't you mention it to von Berghoff? What? That's the silliest excuse I've ever heard. Am I a hermit or something? Why do I have to suffer from hunger? Fuck. Oh, those bastards will pay for this. What are you doing there? We have to finish this. Come and join us up here. What are you doing here anyway? They let you in? What about a weapon? Did you find anything?
So, what were you getting up to the whole time anyway?
What the fuck is going on? What the hell happened?
What's going on? Come on, let's get out of here!
What's going on? Are we going?
I beg your pardon.
What you told me on the way about Nabokov was interesting. And definitely fishy. Good work. What was I supposed to do?
It was a goodwill gesture.
What? Stop messing about and come on.
What do I know? We could maybe break down the gate.
What are you doing? Open the gate so our people can get inside.
What are you doing, Henry? Come, get a move on.
The sooner I lie down, the better chance there is of nothing else fucking up today. So, I shall bid you good night, my friend.
Praise God. He's from an old and glorious house. It would be a dreadful pity if he got left behind. I want to get back to Trotsky by nightfall, and I'm not in the mood for detours.
No rest for the wicked, eh?
I understand. You're annoyed.
Seems to be. Thank Christ. And how are you holding up?
We're waiting till you give the word.
What the hell are they cooking? I'm getting fed up with this place. Was that ceiling always so low? Well, what do you think? Reckon you could handle a nobleman?
How about we go for a ride, eh?
I reckon you'd like to get out of here too, wouldn't you? This place is so boring. It's enough to make a fella cry.
Help me! Quick! I've been shot by Cupid's arrow and only you can save me.
Shh. It's all right. Tell the others too. Maybe someone will join us. I reckon they'd thank you later.
Don't make me beg.
If you want, I'll take you to a glade somewhere and teach you how to shoot a bow. Oh, come on. I really need this bath. And since I have to get undressed anyway, why not make the best of it, eh? Beautiful maiden, shining star, won't you help ease my suffering? Hope there are some bulls here in these woods. Or at least hares. Good girl. Hey, good girl. I'll bring you something to nibble on, but not until evening, all right? Oh, what a stench. And then, maybe...
Henry, you have no idea how glad I am to see you alive and all in one piece.
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind me.
God protect us.
Great. I'll be glad to see the back of Trotsky and fucking von Berghoff once and for all.
He'll be indebted to us. And maybe we'll come to terms with him. It's worth a try.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
To arms! At them!
The gate, Henry. Quick!
Christ! It's the same everywhere! What a massacre!
Oh my God. Oh, what a disgrace that was.
Christ, stop messing about and help me!
Are you worried we might be ambushed? Fight! Hammer him! Hit him! Race with the wind!
You go first. Von Berghoff certainly knows how to make an impression.
Von Berghoff is taking this all a bit too seriously, don't you think? But Von Berghoff didn't ask you to kill innocent people! Henry, what are you doing? Come here. When we get back home, I'll tell Radzig to beat some sense into you.
After you, Henry. I'll meet you by the well when it's done.
Audentes fortuna juvat! Audentes, get your ass in the saddle.
Perhaps he married off his daughter well. Or Von Berghoff is paying the Bach a tidy annuity, but kept it quiet from us. I couldn't agree more.
Certainly not. This one's much better, believe me.
Don't even get me started.
Me too. But there's a really nice view of the sunset from up here. Amen.
Well, at least you weren't bored, eh? And everyone is blind drunk. Except you're my page. So my promise is your promise. But you do.
You'll come with me, right? We promised Shishka some meat, after all.
The camp will still be there when we get back. Come on.
Well, now it's all over. So what do you say to rolling a few dice together?
Nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that, well, you were right. I behaved badly. Awfully.
But it was memorable. But careful. There's guards on patrol in the courtyard and shooters up on the galleries.
They are animals. Look at that poor fella. Impaled to the tree.
Oh, come on, Henry.
Never mind. Envy you? I don't think so.
This is a nice fortress for a shithole like this.
But I can't deny this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before.
But don't overdo it. We can't keep Lord von Berghoff waiting long. This is going to get ugly.
But no violence, if you insist.
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice, but they watched us like hawks. Not a chance of escape.
True. And if we don't hear from you or see your signal for a long time, we'll try to make it on our own. I'm just a distant relative.
Come on, Pragas!
But there's too many of them for that. The main thing is you got out. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to thank you properly for coming to Malashov for me.
But we need some weapons.
Only I almost went mad from being cramped in that damned room. It's a good thing you got me out of there.
Here you are, Henry. Do you have a moment?
I see. So you only ended up embarrassing yourself, eh? Now that's unbecoming of my squire.
You mean in these clothes? Well, thank you. Hops and barley in the brew, fill our heart with good cheer. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. The same goes for you, my right hand. That's an order, pal.
And don't go buggering off this time.
Down the path! We can't go back!
Nobody now, I'm afraid. Probably some poor fellow who just stumbled across the bastards.
And also, things always look better in the morning.
And? Are you ready? Von Berghoff will soon lose patience. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
Oh, give over.
Once things are sorted out, I'll give it all back. And then everything collapsed into chaos.
And then we'll have a right old time. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed.
But if not, and if someone stops him from doing something completely moronic, he goes mad.
Very droll. I just don't like these kind of places. And I'm supposed to just run out there with no weapon. When we are all joined here with foaming jugs of fine beer.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
And I'm telling you, I'm not going. And it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you. And above all, no secret passages.
It's good she heard my pleas.
Oh, right, that's it. All the blame is on my head again.
What did you expect? That she was saving her cherry for some knobhead from Skalitz?
Don't worry about me. What about you? Aren't you completely skinned?
Finally, we're alone.
And as far as this bow is concerned, it used to belong to Jobst of Luxembourg himself.
What about Liechtenstein?
And what about her father?
What about me? Am I supposed to just sit and watch?
But they treated me decently, as befits a noble.
Von Berghoff came asking questions a couple of times, but that was about it.
And the only thing I want now is for it to set and for this fucking day to be over.
Bellator. But I was stupid to think like that.
And when I have it out with him, that bow will be the last thing on his mind, believe me. Then we'll sing all night long good old rousing Czech songs. Hops and barley in the brew, fill our heart with good cheer.
Just because I was trying to do the responsible thing. And it doesn't mean your whole life is fucked up. It was stupid.
But now I'm sitting here too for behaving like a Bellator, and the patrols are only on the eastern wall.
Damn it! How can you lose so fucking much? God's holy britches! How come I always lose so disgracefully? I've got half a mind to tell you to get lost and kill the bastards by myself. There's no way we can go back now. Not in this state. You're telling me. We'd be a laughing stock. You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. Well, you'd get over it, but what about me? Are you dreaming? What kind of chance do you think we'd have? I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. On foot? Are you mad? I've been suffering like a dog since we left that herb woman's. My feet have blisters on their blisters. God's holy britches. Nothing will be fine, my friend. Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague. Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses. That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here, never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor. Or do you want to charge them in these rags and hope our stink knocks them out, eh? Ask them nicely. Please, kind bandits, pretty please, can we have our letter back? We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians. At least we should give them a proper burial as soon as possible. They were good Christians. He might, but he'd never let me forget it. I can guarantee you that. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole. Yes, and how come they got away with it? Because we camped at that fucking pond. Henry, use your head. That would be suicide. Audentes fortuna juvat, even though it didn't always seem that way. Food. About bloody time. Right. And with what? Sticks and stones? To rat-eye? Well, you could shrug that off. But me? What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head. Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh? I wanted to use this expedition to show Uncle Hanush that I'm adult and ready to rule Perkstein. But now, bollocks, old pal. How do you intend to do that? And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? So you see, I speak Latin. I've just proven to you that I'm a nobleman. You're just an idiot, a stupid, ignorant village yokel. I'm not surprised. You're just a village yokel. I'd expect you to be more sympathetic towards people who've been ambushed when you've got so many bandits and other rabble here. Damned insolence. That was our company. But the 2 of us managed to get away. Ugh, I certainly did not. I'll have you all horsewhipped for this one day, you curs! Who are you calling riffraff, you dirt muncher? Oh, yeah? Well, you've been annoying me the whole time. Just try it, you worm, just try it! Hans Capon of Perkstein. How can you say that, you numbskull? I keep telling you we lost everything. Ei incumbit probatio, qui dicit non qui negat. Proof. You want proof. The burden of proof is on the one who declares, not on the one who denies. Right. Listen to this. What do you know about it? Clever you. Do you know what it means? It was the same bandits who attacked Lord von Berghoff's men. Why the fuck doesn't anyone believe us? We lost everything. How hard is that to understand? No, nothing. Oh, God. In that case, please excuse me. I have to get ready. You want me and Henry To choose men to send to their certain death. That leaves us with one detail to work out. Who'll go down below the walls? It's a suicide mission.
Things went wrong. And old Samin and his people attacked us. We found out that Alder was working with the outlaws the whole time, and left his wedding feast to ambush you along with them. That he's in league with the bandits. And he left his own wedding just to ambush you. And disappeared from the wedding, long enough before the attack.
You, Sir Ulrich, should worry about not getting too many bloodstains on you today.
He went completely mad. He saw everyone as a traitor. It turns out that prisoner didn't lie. It turns out Alder was working with the bandits. He even left his own wedding to help them ambush you.
You too? Shit. I think I know where this is going. You took the words right out of my mouth. Only he knows for now. No doubt about that. Poor fella.
That's not what Lord von Berghoff wanted of you, Hashek! Come to your senses! That was unintended. We apologize, sir.
That's damned risky.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Seriously?
That was yesterday's shit! Now it's all new, and we're up to our necks in it! That prisoner didn't lie, sir. Alder was in league with the bandits, and left the wedding to ambush you with them.
I don't get it either. What do you think about it?
Ugh, you were using your own tool on the cook. I suppose someone doesn't want me to mess up again, eh?
Aha. And may I know what the Lord Chamberlain's plan is?
Well, up till then, everything went smoothly, if you could say that. Hashek ordered the fortress to be torched as a warning to others.
Be sure to go as far as possible. And you should set off this very night and make sure no one sees you.
Naturally. But surely we don't have to be so harsh. Yes, sir. Very well, sir. The prisoner said so. And I don't think he lied to us. Well, there's no need to send for the executioner. The captive won't talk anymore. Ever. I need to clear my head for a while. Come for me in the evening so we can go together. Come for me in the evening so we can go there together. We're going to have a nice little talk with the Royal Chamberlain.
My apologies. We meant nothing bad by it.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
Exactly! And when he finds out what happened, he'll raze Samin to the ground. That's right. Let's go.
Exactly.
That's true. Maybe they didn't even know about it.
True. He didn't seem like a bad fella.
It's just that we're duty-bound, and I'm sure they're impatient for our return in Rattay.
Hashek is dead. But then, the rest of the Samin garrison suddenly pounced on us out of nowhere, and a terrible massacre started. I'm sorry, sir. Alder truly was in league with the bandits, and he did leave his wedding to help them ambush you.
That would work. Redirect his anger.
I'll be glad to drink to our upcoming victory over that rabble from Nabokov.
I'd say so.
Well, he didn't quite get the chance.
Fine. Kurva.
Well, right after the ceremony, and the bride was none too happy.
I'm sorry, sir, but isn't that kind of frontal assault needlessly risky?
And not just Lord von Berghoff, and us as well.
No, of course not.
Besides, a noble siding with such a rabble. We did, sir. The bandits have occupied Nabokov and taken Sir Yaramir captive. Afterwards, we torched the fortress as a lesson to anyone who tries to stand against you. In the end, the fortress was in flames, and only the two of us made it out alive.
We can draw straws.
We'll have to parley with him. They must have fooled us perfectly, sir. It grieves me, sir. But none of them survived. A youthful lack of confidence, sir.
You were supposed to look for tools.
Should I take that to mean there's a possibility you'll send us home empty-handed, sir? Don't worry, Lord Chamberlain. My head is clear. A real knight knows how to behave on the eve of a battle.
Ada, I can't believe this. When it was all over, we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded. At first not, sir. It was all over soon. So then we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded. If we're lucky, and he believes what Henry and I tell him, hopefully he'll only take out his wrath there.
They're common murderers. They took the lives of my people, innocent people.
Henry, come for me this evening. We'll go there together.
Henry!
Henry!
Sir!
Forgive my...
Henry!
Jesus Christ. If you know something, out with it. Those bandits killed my men too. If Henry's going, so am I.
It doesn't matter anymore who told who what, goddammit! He's a traitor!
Everything's fucked. Got it. So what are we waiting for? Let's do it. And not a word to anyone about what happened here. Anyone.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
As it turns out, they locked Sir Yaramir away, and someone impersonated him quite convincingly. I'm sure we can sort it out another way. We'll arrest Alder and take him before Lord von Bergov at Trotsky.
Hashek, for God's sake! Stand down!
Hashek? Never in my life have I seen anyone fight like that. He must have caught 10 arrows covering the retreat. But to no avail. Hashek and his men fought valiantly, I must say. Yes, sir.
What the fuck? Von Bergov will hang us for this! All of us!
Good. Fuck it.
Well then, I'm going too.
Thank you. I won't say no. We'll give you until morning, and then we'll send news to von Bergov, and then it's in God's hands.
What? Sorry, sir, but did you say we'll be under Ulrich's command?
We wanted to arrest him, but he fought like a wounded animal. He didn't survive. We wanted to arrest him, but his father wouldn't give him up. Unfortunately, Lord Samin didn't want to turn over his son, so a battle broke out.
There's no time for heroism. It's either them or you.
Unfortunately, even he did not survive.
Von Bergov didn't want anything like this. We were just supposed to... Fuck!
At least he did something right.
Yes, fortunately. They've apparently occupied Nabokov. Certainly, sir. Of course, sir. Yes?
No way! Let's go to the walls. Your father is his vassal. Didn't it occur to you what would happen when he found out?
I can't say what an honour it is for me.
And, sir, before that, could we discuss that matter of ours?
Oh, that wouldn't be my plan.
And he has to pay for his deeds. If you're innocent in this, stop resisting. And also about the ambush of my people by the pond.
And perhaps to an alliance against other such saboteurs throughout the kingdom of Bohemia? He can go fuck himself for all I care. But he's not going to tell me what to do. Ulrich is a master of the quill, that's all. By the way, thanks for standing up for me.
Nothing but puffed-up peacocks sucking up to each other, pretending they don't smell of dung.
Because that quill-wielding warrior isn't going to tell me what to do in battle. But don't you forget to stop by the smithy for my sword and armour. And fetch some wine from Catherine. Oh, maybe... You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to bed.
You call this a good feast?
If you want my advice, try not to get too shit-faced. We've got a battle to fight tomorrow. And how many battles has he won, eh? I hope you'll be in a fit condition to manage things.
What? You can't be serious. He's an utter nincompoop.
What do you think? I don't have time for nonsense. What do you think? It's not long since we conquered Vranik and Tamberg. And that's a real castle. When push comes to shove, I won't be paying much heed to that buffoon's orders.
And the Chamberlain... My God, I can't take another moment of that fool.
All right. Good night then, Henry.
What? Am I just supposed to sit on my arse with the women?
Oh, all right then. Monsignore, mi spiace, but you've got it on back to front.
You'd better be quiet. Why didn't you say anything when Zizka wanted to torch the tower? My God, you rotting stag. It's a wonder you didn't bring the whole house down.
That was no obstacle to you in Malashov when you went against the devil.
Whatever. Someone like him has no business threatening a noble's life.
True enough, but I'd still rather go with you. The only entertainment I have here is looking at the pretty girls and listening to Brabant's incredible adventures.
So, that night that you and Rosa were here alone...
So stop making excuses and just admit you wanted to do it.
Well, now I just look like a fool.
And it was only thanks to me that von Berghoff even lived to see that council. Don't pull that horse shit on me, Henry. I know you well enough to know if you disagree with an order, you don't give a shit about any commander. Lady Rosa could have been burned to death there. That makes sense. And the devil could use a few more cuts and bruises. You did the right thing.
So says the man in lace and satin.
I expected you, of all people, would try to put a stop to it.
Did she scream? Cry? Laugh? Bite? Scratch? Or did she take a whip to you?
All right, then. But try to understand, he simply went too far. Von Berghoff will remember that well. All right. But congratulations on another notch. All right, but don't worry. The ladies will be in good hands here. I have one for each of them. Nothing. Just saying. Don't worry, I'll be as silent as the grave. Spill it. Exaggerate. I don't care about von Berghoff right now. Did you see how everyone ignored me there? I think it was the fire at Malashov that got him. The devil may have been born a noble, but he chose to become a dirty robber baron. If you say so. I doubt Lady Rosa was so sure. I think you owe her an apology.
Oh, stop evading. She got under your skin, eh?
Don't get me started on that. It can't still be dangerous for me, can it?
You mean Catherine? Well, good luck then.
I'd be afraid she'd stab me in the eye if I looked at her the wrong way. Pity. You'd make a nice couple.
I'm yanking your pizzle, Godwin. I mean, Vostra Eminenta. You've got it right.
Oh? What's the matter? Are you scared?
The question is, was she happy? She's acting all virtuous, but something tells me she's just playing.
I don't know. Maybe those poor peasants would still be alive. I thought that bloody massacre in Skalitz taught you what evil looks like. You don't even share any blood. Even I could be your brother in that case. I may be younger than them, but I'm still a nobleman.
Bellissimo. Magnifico.
You win some, you lose some. You tried to stop it. That's what counts.
Well, as they say, de gustibus non est disputandum.
Well.
Is our Henry a little jealous?
You don't think the life of our ally's daughter is valuable enough? Be careful. Your heart's getting awfully cold when you're among that bunch. And I'm really surprised you approve of devil's ways now.
Quiet! Fuck it! Be quiet if you want to live. Fuck, don't start again if we get out. Shut up! Please be quiet for a while. Brabant! Then you'd better hope von Berghoff's men stink like rotten fish. You said you once discovered a dozen English spies, so you can surely handle one stairway. Why's that? I'll go to the window and wait for Henry's signal. Brabant! Keep watch by the stairway.
Oh, whatever. Fuck it. Travel the world, and maybe later, one day. Anyway, I need more wine to wash down my pain. Will you drink with me? But they could have at least asked me. But I didn't ask for a wife. Ha! Told you. You're the same as our priests. See? You talk exactly the same as our holier-than-thous. What if she's some ugly monster? I wanted to prove that I was worthy of the name of my house. And a reputation. Do you get it, Father? But, to your credit, you actually practice what you preach.
I can't wait till we smash those whoresons' faces in. Excellent. Mount up then.
Seriously? Are you going dressed like that?
Well, your choice, Henry. Get a move on then. I don't want to keep that twat Ulrich waiting. What do you mean? It's not that bad. All right. No more farting around now. Let's see what von Berghoff sent me then.
What? Is this a joke?
I need a good sword and armour. You can get hold of those for me, can't you?
Damn it, Henry. Are you trying to get me killed? I might as well go into battle naked.
My God, do you want my life on your conscience? I'm not going into battle with this. What about you? Ready for battle? Where is it then?
Bloody tree! We have to find a different way. Come on, find a way out of here. I'll slow them down. Make it fast. Oh, Christ. There must be a way through somewhere, but fast.
There are more of them behind us!
Go lightly at first. There's no point in explaining anything to this numbskull. A firm hand is all he understands. Oates, Conrad, Tankard, Nicholas. I knew them for years. They weren't just names to me. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here. We'll see what Lord von Berghoff has to say about it.
You filth! You shut your trap when your betters are speaking! He's not worth it! Stop!
This is going nowhere. That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
Is that it?
What I must. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
So he's behind it.
I could have guessed as much. So best start talking. For your own good. So I feel like you owe me something. I want to know who's working with you in the region. Now! Spit it out! Who is it? Very droll, that was. Now let's be serious, shall we? So, what's it going to be? Choose quickly. Enough! You're not going to speak to me that way, you filth! With this riffraff, it'll have to be the hard way. Say his name! Sir hands Capon to you. Exactly. You murdered my people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit! You murdered my people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit! We've got to get in von Berghoff's good graces. Surely you can't expect to make a deal with a lout like this. Do you know what he's done? You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters, my innocent men! Nice, Henry. Keep it up. Come on, Henry! Put some pressure on him! But you've loosened your tongue nicely. So let's carry on, why don't we? You're no different than bandits. So don't try to turn your crimes into something noble. Don't lie. We're not Trotsky guards. Not just talk. He's good with the screws. No! We have to find this out. I think he's telling the truth, Henry. You have a chance to save what's left of your teeth. Where is your camp? You're lying. I was just there and spoke directly with Lord Nabuck. Finally something we can agree on. If you tell us, maybe all this will end before you know it. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein and Rattay. Your band slaughtered my retinue. For no good reason. Henry! Show him what you can do with a hammer. Henry! That's not what we're here for! Otherwise, you'll be the first bandit cur ever tortured to death by a nobleman with his own hands. And believe you me, I'm going to enjoy it. Jesus Christ, Henry. Jesus Christ, isn't that a bit much? Jesus Christ. And what about the others? Once von Berghoff finds out, how did you manage that? What nobleman? Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. I've seen bigger fellows than you break down and cry before Henry. Bollocks! You're nothing but a band of mercenaries raiding for coin. Yeah. That was horrible. I thought you'd gone raving mad. So much blood. Shut your mouth. No filthy bandit and murderer is going to lecture us here. Shut your mouth. Fuck. We were right in the lion's mouth. Fine stickler, what he might have done. But we've got some questions for him too, not only von Berghoff. Listen close, you stinking rat. Who are you? The name, see, the name! We were there. A bit too well, I'd say. Oh, I said lightly. I reckon you leave us no other choice. And that's not something you want to see. Believe me, I don't think you really want that, do you? I know quite well what you are. And I'll tell you in a language you understand. And as I recall, she can hardly see. How exactly does she bring you water, eh? Or will use force? Sei proprio un baccalà. Sei perso già da tempo, polacamato. Bene, molto bene. Buonasera. Given the circumstance! What circumstances? You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology. Hold on, Sir Ulrich. I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. You couldn't have realised. Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions. No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realise it wasn't a good idea. If you think everything is settled between us and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken. And are you the king?
That you can hand down death sentences?
I'm so delighted to see you in such a good mood, Ulrich. We'll see if it lasts till the battle. Come on, Henry, stop holding us up. We don't have time for this nonsense. Hey, what are you doing? Come on, we don't have time. Hey, blacksmith's boy, stop faffing about. Get your horse and let's go. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation. Where are you going, Henry? Stop dallying and come on. Be patient. I'm sure it'll all be sorted out in a jiffy.
They'll be free again soon. What a silly idea. I suppose we'd better remember to always knock first. I don't know why, but I find staring into the fire kind of soothing. I don't know what dry devils men eat, but the wind they produce would choke a cat. If it was only snoring I had to worry about. Come now. You don't want Lady Rosa to be afraid in her own bed, do you? And Henry.
Soon the path will turn sharply and head down a steep hill. So be careful your horse doesn't stumble. What this means first and foremost is that we can't fuck up at Nabokov. We have to show them we have the upper hand. It doesn't matter if they side with us out of fear or honor. They just have to side with us, because some nobles will simply do whatever von Bergov does. They will think he's a genius. We'll show him we're not afraid and mean it in earnest. That's a good start. They require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Leipa and Perkstein. Maybe it's already known that you're Radzig's son and ward. That's diplomacy in a nutshell. If you're serious about something, you send someone important to add gravity and show respect. So am I, my friend. So am I. That's what we have to work out. More than half, actually. They either see Sigismund as an opportunity, or they're simply fearful and will side with the one who has the upper hand. Now, the main thing is not to fuck it up along the way and finesse the end game. So, the game is well underway. So not just Hanush, but Radzig too sent someone important to him. That speaks for itself. We turn right here. Persuading him won't be easy. We have to show him he has more to gain than to lose with us. Exactly. Nobility brings responsibility. Never forget that. You're here to protect me and give me good advice. We have to help him take on those bandits. It's symbolic, but important. I did. You just didn't realize. All right, I'll explain. Well, that's possible. Well, we haven't got off to the best start, have we? Don't be so discouraging. I've learned a thing or two since then. And I won't let any swine catch me off guard. They'll be holed up on their estates, waiting for the storm to blow over without them having to lift a finger. And by the way, there won't be time for it now, but near Nabokov there's this nice marsh where wild boar go to wallow. We're no army, but if the two of us risk our necks for his cause, that will speak in our favour. Aye, he faces the hardest tasks of all. Any old fool can manage simple tasks. But hard ones. I agree, Henry. But as you can see, half the Bohemians' nobles don't. Don't worry. I spent some time in the local forest, so I know my way around. A good spot. Tried and tested. According to what Hanush told me before we set out, von Bergov is no fool. Quite the opposite. We still have lots to do before we go back to Ratai, but I'll do everything in my power to ensure we succeed. Hanush, Radzig and Jobst are depending on us, but I'm not afraid anymore. Now I see it as an opportunity and a challenge, but sometimes gaining something is less important than not losing what you have. We should be able to agree on that, and then we'll have to come up with some clever arguments. If they thought it was a lost cause, they wouldn't have sent me. They'd have sent, someone less important. And I was afraid, that I'd fuck it up. And I almost did. And von Bergov is just the man we need. As soon as we get his support, the majority will follow.
Give him a chance to prove himself. You'll see for yourself. He rambles on a lot, though. My head nearly bursts listening to him sometimes. He certainly has. Otherwise, he seems to me like a bold and worldly gentleman. He's unquestionably a remarkable knight, that Vakalin. No one's perfect, and ideally not get locked up in one room with him. On the other hand, when Sigismund invaded, he could have easily just stepped aside and kept his nose out of it, and he'd still be sitting pretty in Miskovitz. Instead, he did the opposite and defended the town, although it was better than being stuck there alone, if a little obsessed with wealth. As for his constant chatter, you have to learn how to shut him up.
Splendid. So, forward to Nabokov. The sooner we get that out of the way,
The sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters. And a satisfied escort is a good escort. That's a noble's wisdom. Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now. Where do you think? Lord von Berghoff gave it to me as a token of our good relations. So, we should put it to good use. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honour of addressing. Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clearest to me is I won't be trifled with anymore. Ha! You never give up. That's what I like most about you. I'll even forgive you for having the audacity to beat me, blacksmith's boy. Thanks for riding with me, old pal. And I'll even reward you for your horsemanship. After all, the lords of Perkstein don't neglect their loyal subjects. But the first thing that I need is to get good and drunk.
We're going already.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
By Christ, you got Istvan! That's welcome news.
No one will miss that fucker. Nice work.
Aren't these good enough for you?
You must be mad. You've been free less than a day and you're already thinking up ways to get yourself killed. An awkward silence. That's exactly the reaction I expect from Hanush when he hears how von Berghoff fucked with us. I do not think. I'd rather endure Hanush's preaching about my incompetence than listen to this chatter. We'll see what happens next. Jesus, he's damn smart. He's got everything figured out 2 steps ahead. Instead, he fucked us nicely.
Yeah, got it.
Don't start. But first, I'd need to get good and drunk. Or do you have a different feeling about our Trotsky mission?
No, I'll stay by the horses. Yes, I'm coming.
Yeah, you go and chat with Jobst. At least I can get good and drunk in the meantime. Yes, but we failed in Trotsky. And now this is our punishment.
Sure, let's go.
What self-pity, damn it! I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
All right, I'll wait by the horses.
Thank you for coming for me, Henry. You're a great friend. The best I could wish for. What do you think? It all turned to shit again and I ended up in captivity. I'm thankful at least that Hanush won't have to pay von Berghoff a ransom for me. I'd never live that down. But I don't think that'll help me much with Hanush. But I'll still have to listen to another lecture from him about how useless I am.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening.
What do you think I'm doing?
No, you shouldn't. Now on to Nabokov. Damn it! I'm really getting fed up with your wanderlust.
We should spur the horses on!
Where have you been? You're supposed to be my escort. And that means it's your duty to stick close to me and obey my orders.
Yeah!
Enough waiting. Let's go to the horses.
God knows! They might be hot on our heels.
We'll leave tomorrow, first thing. Make sure you're ready and don't fuck up this time. That when he sees Lord Capon of Perkstein, who was attacked and robbed on his estate, he should shower him with shit and hang him. Expecting trouble? As soon as we get back from Nabokov. Excellent! My favourite retainer and protector just when I need him. At last. Give her our sincerest thanks, along with this. That ought to repay our debt royally. We'll sort it out as quickly as possible and then take the shortest route back to Trotsky. I promise. We'll leave right away and you stick close to me. No diversions. But right now I'm not in the mood for sad stories. You can tell me another time, but now Nabokov awaits us. Talking of debts, there's one more we need to settle. Both of us.
I'm curious about that myself. He was certainly high-born, I can tell. Could it have been Yaromir's son?
God's holy britches! You took your time. I'm tired of waiting. Are you telling me that von Berghoff told him?
For Christ's sake. This had better be good.
Where the fuck have you been?
I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Well, that's just splendid. But has the fact that it's dark escaped your notice? We'd end up breaking the horse's legs. That's nice. Only we won't make it there and back before nightfall today. Get your shit together and come tomorrow morning. On time. We ought to help her. As soon as we get back from Nabokov. Not only did he treat us like shit without so much as an apology, when I spoke to him just now, he acted like I was his fucking servant. My word, Henry. You are a true Bellator. Only half by birth, but your heart is filled with blue blood. We won't make it to Nabokov and back before nightfall today.
Every time you fuck up, it besmirches on my name as well.
So mount up. We can go back to a hero's reception at Trotsky.
That stuff costs a fucking fortune.
Let's head off for Trotsky then.
So you'd better toughen up that arse of yours, so you can make it to Constantinople at least without whining.
Luckily for you, I was. I delivered the message, and Lord Nebak even promised to send the men von Bergov asked for. Well, it's time we set off.
That really is a strange coincidence. It's a good thing you told me.
So much so that you can't spend half a day in the fortress without getting into trouble. I hope you pierce the target and not their pride. Let's mount up then. Easy to defend with a view of the whole valley and its approaches. Right now, my belly needs feeding. So I hope Sir Yaramira is well stocked. Naturally. I take care of the important stuff while you chase the girls.
Jesus. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sacre! Henry! Sacre, Henry, I sure ride like this and you've had enough.
It is peculiar, to say the least.
I'd like to visit the Holy Land, for instance, and kneel before the Holy Sepulchre.
Therefore, I entrust you with that, on behalf of both of us.
I don't want an apology. I want you to start being serious. We won't win over von Bergov like this.
Sorry I asked. Come during daylight and we can leave. Or 5. Von Bergov's morning feast set a high bar, after all. True. And I see I'm in good hands. We need to continue to Nabokov. Are you ready? The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaramir is a pleasant fellow, nicely situated on an outcrop, with a mighty tower and only one approach road.
It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
Apology accepted. But I've heard those words a bit too often recently. Stop messing up, Henry.
Oh, wonderful! Henry the layabout in all his glory.
Well, that may seem a bit odd, but Nebak explained everything. He hired mercenaries to defend the fortress.
It's not the kind of thing I'd put in a report to Hanush, but there's no harm in a game now and again.
Well, if you say so. It's a big world, full of stuff you've never seen. We wouldn't get far if you kept stopping and gaping around. A lot of men, a lot of armor. What's strange about that? Yaramiri said he hired some mercenaries.
Oh, shit!
All right, but make it quick. Well, at least you're here now. Well, but who the hell was I talking to then?
But now, I wouldn't want anyone else by my side. You have my word as a nobleman.
Unquestionably, learning feeds a man's soul, but
You can't keep him waiting like some kind of stable boy.
we'll shoot together sometime. So keep practicing, because I'm a true marksman.
You seem to be forgetting your job is to protect me and be at my beck and call. I won't wait forever. If you don't turn up in time, you can catch up with me on the way, or we'll meet back at Trotsky. But I won't be pleased. You're supposed to ensure my safety. Follow me. I'll make a point of asking Nebak's men about it when they arrive at Trotsky. The horses, you mean?
I like the way it's concealed. I see the beauties of this landscape have bewildered your senses.
I gave her my word, and the word of a noble must be kept, as we both know. I'm glad to have you as my page. You know, Hanush assigned you to me as a kind of punishment.
Really? Like what? Henry. I'd put my life in your hands, Henry. But you mustn't forget, you're in my service.
Is there something wrong? Henry, we have to go. Are you ready?
Well, shall we set off for Nabokov? I'm glad you're here.
Fucking hell, Henry. Dealings with noblemen, especially ones like von Bergov, aren't to be taken lightly.
Henry, so mount up. Well, then we better leave right now. You can explain it properly on the way. It's too late, damn it.
It's taken you so long to arrive. I just hope Lord von Bergov hasn't forgotten he even sent us on a mission. Sir Yaramir said he hired some mercenaries to defend the place. As you wish. But I might think about replacing you with someone who can keep up with me.
I was just thinking about heading off to see the world once we've sent Sigismund packing and restored order in the land. I'm doing my best to carry out Lord von Bergov's mission, while you seem nostalgic for your life in the smithy. Think carefully what you want to say, even if you're right about that. We have no option but to go back to Trotsky.
Seriously? Fuck. That really is unbelievable. Nebak did get a bit twitchy when I asked him about it. That's true.
Nice fortress!
Look, blacksmith's boy. That's more your field than mine, isn't it?
Hanush forced me to listen to those teachings from Bernard and others. Ha! Good stuff! Nobody gets the better of us rat-eye lads. You have a point there.
Escort me to Trotsky then. Fuck. What? Shit. What? Here? Oh, that really is odd. We'll discuss it on the way.
You could say that. It's part of a nobleman's and a warrior's upbringing.
I'm in your debt.
A well-chosen site.
All right. You can tell me on the way.
Thank you, Henry. I really appreciate it. I don't think I could tolerate another day under one roof with that idiot Schumberg.
What?
You did? Which reminds me.
What the hell did you do to get kicked out? Having fun at my expense?
That herb-woman, Bozhena, really helped us after that ambush. If it hadn't been for her, we wouldn't have survived. I suppose you're right. But I won't be fucking humiliated. A jump-top tosser like that isn't going to get high-handed with the Lord of Perkstein.
Let's go.
And I'm glad he did, when I think about it. But now back to our duties. We return to Lord von Berghoff.
Look, I know I behaved like an idiot, but
I might have, for all you know.
But I take my promises seriously too. And since I made a promise to Bozhena, we have to repay our debt.
Did you win?
Then your word must be as firm as steel.
And he promised to send some men to help Lord von Berghoff, of course. So we got what we came for. Why? We did what we were supposed to. There's nothing keeping us here now. I'd bring back earth from Golgotha for the family tomb to improve Father's prospects in the hereafter.
Von Berghoff is getting impatient, and we can't afford to lose his trust.
And above all, I don't want any more trouble. We're here because of von Berghoff's business, not for some godforsaken fortress. Got that?
And it's all your fault.
How is she getting on, actually? I hope she hasn't had any trouble on account of us.
What about you? Did you have fun? How are you going to explore? They threw you out and the gate's locked.
All the better for you.
I needed to catch a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to here with that Chamberlain Stuffenberg or whatever the bastard's name is. No fortress? Maybe one fortified courtyard? Practically insignificant militarily. That's not war. It's barbarism. That's not what I meant, Vakalin. Such destruction and havoc. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust. What value did this village have? Christ's wounds. Oh, don't be such an impatient child, Henry. Find something to amuse yourself in the meantime.
Scram. 3, 2, 1.
Sacre. Friends are supposed to watch each other's back. I reckon he'll announce his plan to his vassals at the banquet. Come and pick me up this evening, before the banquet.
It wasn't as abandoned as I'd thought, but I get the feeling that's not news to you, is it?
If you insist.
I still don't like it.
I'm not a soothsayer. I don't know any more than you, Henry.
Credit where credit is due, though. In his condition, I'd be face down in the dirt, while he managed to curse me quite fluently.
I haven't spoken to von Berghoff, so no. You'll have to wait.
Who are you calling a bastard? I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, you yokel.
Aye. From Horshan to Bohuniewicz and back.
Aye.
From Horshan to Bohuniewicz and back. What actually happened there?
Wait? What else? Try to amuse ourselves? You can manage that by yourself, can't you?
You could say that. This girl from Bohuniewicz took me for a lovely ride. I found a nice hunter's camp in the forest beyond Bohuniewicz. It's not exactly close, but it's quiet at least. I'm more bothered by how small the place is. You feel like the walls are closing in on you. Why go to the ends of the earth when there's so much to see here? But at least I can go for rides around the area. Well, not very far, just from... Oh, damn. What's the place called? Horshan? Well, it's better than the Malashov prison, but not much. Ordentes fortuna juvat. How many times do I need to keep saying it? But don't worry. I only ride from... Damn, what's the village called again? Horshan? Oh, God. Did you have to kill them on your own? What if something happened to you? For nothing? Instead, you were using a different tool. Right. Don't lose heart. You were supposed to look for tools.
Kyria eleison.
Poor fella's crying on the bench now.
How could Older have done it? He must have known it would all come out one day. Older, maybe. But the rest of them? He lost his temper. He started yelling at Samin, saying he'd burn down the fortress if he didn't hand over his son. Burgrave Hashek wanted to arrest Older Samin, and his father didn't want to give him up. He ordered the entire place to be searched. Samin drew his sword, and then it got out of hand fast. Oh, I don't know about that. When it all went tits up, he should have fled.
not hung around at home in the fortress. I won't forget that night as long as I live. Hashek wasn't so understanding. On the way there, he was seething with anger over the ambush and the people who died there. Nobody survived. And Samin Fortress went up in flames. Hashek may have gone too far, but ultimately it was all Alder's fault. Do you really want to know? Didn't he consider what might happen when he decided to betray his lord?
Damn it, Otto! There's no sense in this! There's still time to make a deal. You have my word. Nothing will happen to you. I think we've misunderstood each other, Lord von Berghoff.
Exactly. Burning, shouting, and all that. Try to provoke the Pragas, and as soon as they attack, the second group will set out from the fortress. Zizka says we need to go to the outer bailey after.
Kurva! Zizka never should have put us in charge.
Hey! You aren't even close to ready. What are you going to shoot with?
I'd go to that keg over there and suck it dry. Great. That'll make their job easier.
It's just that simple, is it?
Do you know what? It doesn't matter. Right now, I'd eat anything just to gain a bit of strength.
I'd get drunk if I could.
But we don't even have enough booze.
I've had enough of this. Go and get some rest, Henry.
I'll do the same.
Calm down. You're right. I just didn't think you had it in you.
Here you are.
Well, that's in the past now.
Can't you hear my stomach growling? Don't fucking joke around. Well, I didn't say that.
Shit. I thought you liked that dog. In the confusion, they'll quickly ride through the camp in the village and set it on fire, before the Pragas know what's happening.
Ready then? Did you remember to take ammunition from the smithy? I lost my parents too, you know. I hardly knew them, but still.
In that case, poor Frenzel. What did she make it with?
Well, let's get stuck in, to regain some strength.
Well, it's better than that sausage.
All right, but make it quick. A duel? Surely you won't take him up on it.
I don't know about you,
But I'm going to go and get some rest.
I'm going to get some rest. What else can you do in this fucking prison?
You'd be better off having a drink and basking in our victory.
For now. I'm starting to think there's no way out this time.
Sorry. I know you mean well, but I'm just not in the mood to talk about it.
Get ready, men!
Come on, hurry up!
We'd better go to the funeral. Zizka told us to meet there. The infantry were chosen by us and will be under the Devil's command. They'll cause mayhem in the trenches beneath the walls. It'll keep the boredom at bay when we're passing time together. Excellent. Wasn't it only recently that I was having pheasant pâté for lunch? And now, Henry's secret soup. Well, isn't that just grand? Fine. Then I reckon we'll go. We're all supposed to meet at the grave in the outer bailey. Well, that's just great. Fuck it anyway. Give it here. I'll have the dog soup. We need to regain our strength. Isn't that just great? Give it to me then. We need to gain strength. Let's see. Quick. Well, give it to me. I can't go any longer with an empty stomach. Someone might be offended by its growling. All right. Before we start, let's go through the whole plan again, eh?
All the more reason for you to try and find something, eh?
Calm, don't get angry. It's just that I'm hungry, that's all. Yes? Nothing. For fuck's sake, Henry.
It's not worth it, Henry. Forget him. With a bit of luck, someone else will deal with him soon.
You shouldn't have started shooting so soon. We need to catch them off guard and strike hard so it has the right effect.
The worst part is, it was all for nothing. How much time do you think that bought us? Stop that, Henry! They mustn't get any idea something's coming! Stop that! We can't provoke them yet!
Right, give it to me then. We need to gain our strength.
And there's so much! Good work!
No, Henry. I'm too drunk to be of any use to you. If you think it's a stupid idea, you'd better not go. For a funeral. We can't leave these bodies lying around here any longer. It wouldn't be good. I think we'll need it. That's simple. We'll be raining down on the Pragas from above, trying to ensure that the devil and our raiders survive and make it back to us.
But never mind. Let's not sit around reminiscing like a couple of old geezers.
So, we have two groups ready, infantry and cavalry.
Damn it, don't shoot yet! We're not ready!
Fuck. I hope this'll end soon. Otherwise I'll eat my own shoes next.
Bloody hell, Henry! Here! We've got some extra bows and crossbows. I'll give you something.
How many more men have to die before this is really over?
You know, if they hadn't died.
Where did you get all of that? Oh, why does the broth stink? Phooey! Where did you get it? Where the fuck did you get this? Is this meat? Where the hell did you get fresh meat?
There's no point in putting it off any longer. May God be with us.
Aye. You know what? Let's not talk about it anymore. The Prague's trenches are on fire, and that's what matters.
Aye. I don't know much about them. They died when I was little. My uncle Hanush raised me. But sometimes I think about what my life would have been like with them.
I thought you wanted to do it out of honour.
For fuck's sake, don't shoot yet! The raid isn't ready!
Oh, that broth stinks like farts. And that... Well, what is that? Meat?
It's seen a fair bit of use, but it's better than nothing. Ready? I know. I've seen plenty of death in my time, but still... Well, you of all people should know what I'm talking about.
Look, it might be the booze talking, but I'd rather you forget about it and just stay here.
You're right about that. Happy hunting.
Hanush would approve. What has a nobleman but his word and his honour?
I should have known. I sent you for some grub and you come back with booze. Oh, fuck, mate. Why did you cook shoes when you had meat?
I'm fed up with this. I don't want to send anyone else to their death.
I hope you're not yanking my pizzle like last time.
That's enough, come on. Let's eat it before the funeral. I think I'll lose my appetite after.
Oh, but first we'll need to wait until the situation beneath the wall settles down a bit.
We'll eat it before the funeral. I just hope it doesn't make me puke.
A day? Maybe two?
Thank you.
What the fuck is this? It stinks like boiled farts.
All right, give it to me.
What the fuck have you brought here?
Get ready, men. Once they get back to work down there, we'll give them hell.
Give it here. We'll eat it now. The funeral starts soon, and I don't want to be there slurping soup made from your dog.
But first, let's eat. What have you got? But maybe it'll be me who dies. And I won't care anymore.
But I'm hungry now.
But these are different times. It's up to you.
And you're not going to get yourself killed now that everything's been settled.
Once we give the orders, our men's lives will be on the line. Ready?
He's dead now.
Excellent. I was starting to worry I'd have to sing to keep my spirits up.
It doesn't matter what you just...
You have the cheek to ask me that. I wouldn't wish a friend like you on my worst enemies, leaving me in the lurch like that.
Let's get out of here. He's done talking now.
You know what? Forget it. I'd better not. I sing best when nobody's listening. It could have been. Next time I'll think twice about asking you along. Ha bloody ha. Thanks for leaving me in the lurch.
Damn it, Henry!
We have to get away! So help him! Henry! Grab the Chamberlain and let's get out of here!
I'm starting to fear what you want to tell me. We'll see once I'm married, eh?
Well, this is one hell of a miracle. He's almost 100 or so.
Tell me about it. I was hit by an arrow. My shoulder hurts like hell.
Hard to say. It could be a groom, some soldier, or a blacksmith's son, say. Safe journey, Hanush.
I'm a fool because I don't want to marry someone I've never even seen.
Aye. I never expected that. It's a real shame about Samuel. A smart, capable man. Even if he was a Jew.
Oh, nothing.
Why such secrecy, Hanush?
I'm glad you noticed.
Politics!
So all we achieved means nothing. You're going to keep treating me like a child?
I?
It seems a more likely explanation than a miracle.
Aye. Agreed.
No need, it's nothing.
Someone like Henry. Or...
Oh, I wish that arrow had hit me in the head.
I feel I've been away for an age.
Aye.
It would have been inappropriate.
How can you know that?
How are things in Ratai, anyway?
What if I don't like her?
The timing would fit.
In time. In time! My future. My future. And my future is marriage to some woman I don't know.
Bernard will deal with them in no time at all. I don't even know if I should be happy about that.
But he's only her uncle. What if her father's against it? So,
To you, I'm a fool, am I? And send my regards to Bernard. Yet you still don't see me as an adult. And after the wedding, you'll hand over everything to me. Rat-eye, Perkstein, duties. Like what? Ugh! You couldn't even keep an eye on your fucking mutt. You're fucking useless! You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt! I can't believe I ever bothered with you. This is a bad dream. That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side. You really are a simpleton. I don't understand how I could have failed to see it for so long. You pulled me out of the shit! And who dragged you through the woods at night, eh? Oh, aye. Typical you, running away like a coward. Nothing to say, eh? Now you've gone too far. Did you hear what I said, you yokel? You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along. You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works. My so-called protector, adjutant? You're a waste of space. It was me who had to save your life. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear saving damsels in distress. Who else is to blame? Don't you cape on me. Not another word. Fuck you. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. Lost for words, are you? I have to consider what to do next. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. Which parents do you mean? Radzig? Spoiled child! You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. We'll see who's proud of who. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. I'm perfectly calm. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory? What? My fault? You can't be serious. Well, still got nothing to say, yokel? Well, nothing to say, yokel? What do you... Just who the hell do you think you are? Well, nothing to say for yourself? I only wanted him to apologise. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better. Just as well. It's your fault we're in this fucking pillory. A stupid yokel who doesn't know the way of the world. All right, have it your way. We really have nothing more to say to each other. Still got nothing to say. Not worth the fucking effort, am I? You still can't think of anything to say, eh? And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit and let him insult me. Fat chance. And who was too scared to speak? Well, and what good did it do? Fuck all! What the fuck did you say? And whose fault is that?
Wine, women, and song. Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company.
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology. I've had enough of your insults. Our men were slaughtered there.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
I give you a chance to apologise, and you keep insulting me. Ugh.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
It doesn't get more fair than that.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock.
Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny. Unpleasant memories?
You scum! You heard me, shithead. Hear that, Henry? 30 groschen.
We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
That'll leave 2 against 2. It'll be over in the blink of an eye.
Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Come now, father.
Put a little life into your dying. I've seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
Maybe we should kill them all. That'll put our price up.
Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so You should have something in common.
Very pretty.
Leave me out of it. I'm still seeing stars from that bang to my head. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Oh, no. We kill wankers like you for the pleasure of it. Your mate's a sharp one. You should listen to him.
Yeah, he came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
I'll be on the gate, but if they storm us, we'll definitely need help.
Hey! Shitheads!
What did you say? Say it again.
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while. What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell. The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
And you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you. They can get you into the wedding if you work for them. Am I right?
I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me. That is a warrior's lot, Henry. Conserving his strength till the next battle comes along.
I'm sure there are other options.
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates.
I noticed that too.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time.
Maybe not now, but what about later?
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case.
So we're fucked until someone rolls up his sleeves and gets to work. By which I mean someone of the appropriate status, like you.
We'll ask the locals and see.
You're a right lord of the Sacs. Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked. God's hat, do I have to do all the thinking for us? But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. Not so fast, it's God's law.
Keep working and take no notice of me.
Oratores, the priests who pray for us.
That's not the point, Henry.
Lucky for us, you have the strength of 2 men. Well, all right, I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. Now, which am I? It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night. No, I couldn't. Trust me on that. It's not appropriate. Think of Mutt, Henry. Ah, stop whining. You can manage. I suppose we could stand at the side of the road and wait for von Berghoff to pass. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. Laboratories, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature. I'm glad you know your place.
Henry, I reckon they said something a bit different.
Come now, Henry. You can manage those few sacks by yourself. Henry, stop lecturing me like I'm some little brat and get on with your work. Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man? Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favour. Work those muscles, Hercules, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh! As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. I know, my dear Henry, such is my nature.
I knew you'd be pleased.
You'll be finished in a jiffy. Manners? I'll put manners on you. Let them wait. Sacks are good at it. I simply cannot carry sacks. I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
I'm perfectly calm. Some local wretches can't unsettle me.
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant.
Work.
Well, if you want. But how will you get me to the wedding? Although, if you think about the 3 states of man,
Looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that. Give it your all, Henry. Thank you, Henry. And don't worry, I'll pay you back for your hard work. What do you know about a nobleman's honour? Lug sacks! Are you yanking my noble pizzle? Pure blood. Noble status and that. It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers. But it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later. Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bella Torres and the natural order of the world? Bear in mind that I'm still your master. Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right? Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us? And if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now, so I think I've done my fair share. So I noticed, and you took your time coming back to me. What? Don't keep me in suspense. And Bella Torres, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields.
He didn't tell me much, but I got the impression it'll be a bit different compared to the usual tactics. After Rabosh, Sigismund had a lot of our people arrested, and I'm sure a lot more are frightened. Any of them could betray us. I am taking steps to ensure that the message we're supposed to deliver really gets to von Bergov, and we're not stopped by some arsehole at the gate. And that's that.
Everyone, not a clue. But someone must have talked. He wouldn't have found us otherwise.
Brabant and I still owe him quite a bit of payback. Come for me in the evening. We'll go there and see what comes next. I've always been good at hunting. Remember how we went hunting together the first time? I really showed you up, didn't I?
Yeah, that's settled then.
No matter how you dress up, you still have straw sticking out of your boots. You're saying I have to find some other way of making coin on account of this brilliant idea of yours. That's not going to happen. We're careful. Isn't it obvious?
That's good. Thank Christ for that Musa fellow. I hope so.
Doubtful. All of us here would gladly stab Sigismund in the gut. I can't wait to see the look on his face when we take him captive. My trader is reliable. He'll be laughing on the other side of his face when we turn up in our finery.
Henry, it was a massacre. Everyone from the fortress is dead.
So I'll earn some coin, buy some fine clothes, and that cunt of a guard won't dare throw shit on me again.
Does that mean you're regretting your decision? I care about you too. Even if I don't always show it.
Well, that's awkward for you, isn't it? Any idea what you're going to tell him? It's a stroke of luck that he sent you, eh? Well, I've already made a bit of coin, and I can do something with it. And I can still keep going to the woods.
You'd better hope our compassion won't be the death of us. Let's go then, before there's nothing but bones and empty pitchers left.
Look, no one found me here until you turned up.
I collapsed on the ground. I started thinking of Nabokov. I thought I was finished. Young Samin deserved punishment, no doubt. He was in cahoots with the bandits and betrayed his lord. He defiled his honour.
I'll move elsewhere for a while. Stop worrying. With my plan, we'd have at least some chance.
Hashek told him everything. It appears he couldn't care less.
And you're only here because you're doing some terribly noble deed again and helping out old grannies in distress.
You bet. We'll live it up when we get back home. Remind me to thank him properly for saving you.
I don't know. Just give me a little time. I need to gather my thoughts.
True. I feel like I've walked through deep shit, and people can smell me from miles away. But what about the others? They didn't do anything wrong, did they?
If we want the lords to free our king, we have to force them to do it. And this is how it turns out. Look. Otto von Bergov is the supreme chamberlain of this land. He's in charge of all the royal towns and monasteries.
Alder truly was in league with the bandits. His father didn't want to hand him over to Hashek, and things turned bad.
Don't worry about that. You found me by chance. But now I won't leave a single trace behind me.
Hinek, I think he's a right bastard. But I'd rather fight with him than against him.
It'll be mostly a lot of pointless small talk, if you ask me. I suppose. But still. Can't help feeling I've walked through deep shit and people can smell me from miles away.
Yeah, of course it'll work. I don't know.
make something up.
Are you surprised? After what happened at Samin? I'm not so sure about that.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
I'm fed up with this waiting. I'd rather set out right now and wring the fuckers' necks one by one.
Besides, he'd never leave an honoured guest and a noble to go hungry.
And if it comes out that we helped him escape, it's my neck that's on the chopping block. And yours.
Maybe you found the poacher and he didn't want to surrender. He attacked you and you beat him.
You don't think Hashek would have had them executed?
We're messengers. It's only through unfortunate circumstances that we ended up like this. If von Berghoff knew about it, he wouldn't even regard it as poaching. Henry, you've got to look at it in the broader perspective. You're making a fuss about nothing. It was purely by chance that you found me.
I owe you a nice chunk of meat and a keg of wine.
What rot! I'll make a pile of coins selling this game. Not quite. Von Berghoff is one of the leaders of the League of Lords against the king. If something happened to me, it wouldn't be your fault. You do your job well.
They're all Lord von Berghoff's subjects. And they were covering for a traitor.
Never better. As you can see, I'm no easy mark. And you? You had it pretty bad for a while, eh? True. Zhishka's being damn tight-lipped. But I don't blame the man. Not quite. I was really afraid. Shitting myself. Henry! I never expected you here. Henry. Henry! What the fuck are you doing here? Oh, Christ, Henry. Oh, praise the Lord. When we're safe, we'll get drunk together. All three of us. Well, it's time for a change. Go and convince that gamekeeper you keep going on about, and I'll find something else to do. Right, let's go. I already told you what I'll do so that they don't find me. If it's not enough for you, bugger off. I'll cover all my tracks, clear the path, and I'll be very careful from now on. I'm so sorry. I don't get it. I was so scared. But there was no other way out. Hinek is Jobst's ally, and Sigismund is their common enemy. I could give you my equipment.
You're right. Let's go, before all that's left is a pile of bones and empty pitchers.
Now hold your horses. How else are we supposed to get some coin quickly so we don't have to go around looking like beggars?
Hashek! You can't do this!
Hashek had the whole fortress torched. Oh, Fortuna!
I hope so. And I'd rather get this messenger business off my back too. You've come just at the right time.
Thanks to my bargaining skills, I've got to deal with an excellent trader in Troskowitz.
I know, but I still feel terrible.
Just relax, no one will find me. I'll see to that. It'd be pretty hard to survive without it, but von Berghoff is giving a feast tonight, where he'll tell his vassals and allies his plan of attack on the bandits. On the back of. Once I've earned enough, I'll let you know.
Once von Berghoff hears of this, you'll see!
But this is an exceptional situation.
But now, let's go and hear what Sorotto has to say to us.
But then I came to, and that was it. It's a miracle. But I can't get my head around the idea it was one of us. Who'd do that, and why?
But can we really blame him? Alder wanted to kill him, but my just feet carried me on into the passageway, and then there was that terrible noise.
A major operation.
And above all, I want to put that lying fraud from Nabokov in irons.
Meaning, he is worth his weight in silver. And now it's gone. Completely. And it's a much better way than your idiotic idea with the forge. Why the hell not? You just found some abandoned camp, no? And then that idiot on the gate will finally believe we're not beggars.
Whatever the rights and wrongs of it, I won't forget that horror as long as I live.
And have you any better idea of how we get to the castle? Eh? Look at the state of yourself, and capturing von Berghoff would be the best way to do that.
Exactly. Thanks a lot.
Rest in peace, Sam.
He has to get married.
I thought we were going back to Ratai. And when is it supposed to happen?
We've got company.
What's so important, lad? Never mind, just make it quick, will you? I overheard some of the guards leaving their posts on account of that damned legate. I noticed there's a door leading from there back to the walls. Maybe we can pass through it without anyone noticing. Vakalin will get rid of the guard at the west gate. Then we'll all meet by the well. You got it now? From the top, then. Me, East Gate. Brabant, West Gate. Ada, tools. You, courtyard and battlements. So try to make sure the guards don't see you too soon. Keep it quiet. So, Godwin's doing his bit. All the better for us. Agreed then. Let's go. Inconspicuously and quietly, but quickly. Are you sure you understand everything? Ada will get us some tools from the smithy so we can make a hole through into the corridor. I'll take care of the east gate and the guards around it. Understood? Does everybody know their part? When this is all over, we'll meet by the well. But listen, everybody. We're supposed to stay in the kitchen until the council is over. And you, Henry, will take care of the patrols in the courtyard and on the inner walls. And be careful not to get noticed too soon. They don't seem to know about us. We can take them out quietly. He should have been here by now. Maybe he suddenly had more urgent commands from his nether regions. That's exactly what I think. I really don't know. These aren't any flail-wielding villagers. They look like veterans. Damn it, Vakalin. We'll see what tools he's dealing with. Come on, Henry. All right. Henry, should we do it? Let me tell you, I'm glad to have you on my side. But, as you wish. Good luck. Next time, at least tell me you don't feel like it. Exactly. We don't want to put our plan at risk, do we? We should find him as soon as possible. I'll say. You cleaned up the place pretty nicely. I don't know, Henry. Did you notice them when we came in? Well, whatever. Otherwise, it's all in place. All right, Henry. Shall we go for it? Maybe he's in the kitchen. He was eyeing up that cook. No. I hate to say it, but we need Ada. I don't know much about connecting corridors. Do you? Indeed. But where were you loitering? You left me in the lurch there. What are you doing here? That went well. We're quite a duo. Maybe we won't even have to if he sings. But you heard von Bergov. We can't back out now. I hope so. But to be honest, our damned luck has to run out sometime. There's a junction beyond Troskowitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. That's your fault for feeding me the wrong verses. Oh, it's a bit cold. Damn it. But so what? Let's go. But we've also met some good people and fought for a good cause. Don't forget. All those people! Everything will be back to the way it was before. Forward! I know it's not your fault. But I don't know if it was right. You mean when we had that bet in Ratai? About who'd bag more hairs? It's demeaning to all my my sweethearts. You mean when I was courting Carolina? That was your fault. You were feeding me the wrong verses. Well, that's true. But von Bergov won't just let it go. I don't know if we should return to Trotsky at all. That doesn't sound too shabby. That cur will soon get what he deserves. We have every advantage on our side. What an idiot. He could have fucked up everything. I can't have that. When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better. So, get ready. All right. We'll admire the countryside in silence. Stop faffing about and get over here. I can't wait to put that fraud from Nabarkov in irons. Sometimes I'm not sure who's the lord and who's the servant. Well, do you remember what I told you that time we went hunting? But that's enough chat. Still, God moves in mysterious ways, don't you think? It seems like only yesterday you were my servant on my first hunt. And now, bloody arse and balls. Conquering Malashov and capturing von Bergov? I hope Shishka has a foolproof plan. But don't get the wrong idea. I'm also hoping we'll manage it without nasty shit. Well, at least von Bergov ought to be satisfied. I'm almost worried the foot soldiers will get it done without us. Surely you're not afraid of him. Have a go at the arsehole too, why don't you? Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things. I could have croaked here. With the force we have, we'll take their little fort in a trice. What do you think? I understand. I need to think it through too. I told you it's always helpful to have a minion at hand, because they'll swing from a rope whatever happens. And gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul. Sorry. I know it's not your fault. Exactly. We won't be needing a trebuchet this time. Let's really spur these horses on, eh?
What'd you say? The world's full of pretty wenches, but a good friend. Once you find one, you have to hold on to him.
Couple of ladders and a battering ram will do just fine.
You remember what I told you before the Cumans caught me, don't you?
The rope is too good for those knaves. I'd have them quartered if it were up to me. Ugh, is that some kind of peasant saying?
Christ on a stick.
That's enough talk about the lasses.
God, Henry. I don't know if I can do this.
That's the stink of your own bad breath. This place smells of adventure, friend. You don't remember, do you? I said it's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
I don't know, but don't be a doom-monger. What I'm worried about is that the foot soldiers will get it done without us.
We've been through a lot together, my friend. Aye. That's something I'd rather forget.
Not long ago we were dancing with them at the wedding, and now... I can't believe it. That Hashek, the madman.
Do you think we made the right decision?
Is that the fault of last night's feast? Or are you just bored and missing real adventure?
My favourite name, you know. Carolinas tend to be wild. I could have gone on my own. But you remember what I told you that time we went hunting in Ratai, don't you? Silence means agreement. By the way, I really appreciate you coming with me. By the way, the hunters' camp we're going to, keep it to yourself, all right?
Memento mori.
We need to get drunk and wash that shit out of our heads.
You're right. I'll ask von Berghoff to send for a truly skillful executioner. You've got more important things on your plate than I do, Henry?
I've already got a few nice evenings there planned with the Bohuniewicz girl. I plan to take a couple of girls there. Fun and games with a member of the nobility.
Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy.
Fuck. It wouldn't happen to us now, though. We're far too experienced.
You're right.
If we flee now, we'd have to stay in hiding.
Ah. I see I won't get much conversation out of you this morning.
Carolina.
Freedom!
Aye, right, a fairy tale about a bold but uppity blacksmith. Just what Pa would like to hear.
Aye, a rat trap. And we'll give those rats' hides a good tanning.
Well, of course I do. I won.
Henry, what do you think about what this jackass here did? What's wrong, Henry? Am I invisible or something?
Henry, exactly. If you're talking about the cock-up at the pond,
If that's what it is, your blood should soon start flowing again, my friend.
Only I'm still waiting for my damned inheritance, and I don't have a wife yet. Thank God.
no chance of that.
Only how to actually achieve it.
It's not long ago we were brawling in a tavern, and now look at us. It's amazing how much we've been through together.
Right. Hashek wanted to handle it himself and leave us behind.
Whatever you say.
Look at it another way. We're doing von Berghoff a favour by doing this. You know what that means, right?
Or I've got a guardian angel by the name of Henry.
Christ, I'll grow old waiting here. Hey, blacksmith's boy. What are you doing there? Get over here.
Fuck. What then?
It's still a fair way to the camp. How about we go a bit faster? The girls will be throwing themselves at us.
Never mind your arrow. What about the humiliation I suffered? What's wrong? Don't tell me you don't fancy going into battle.
What can I say? I have a soft spot for Carolinas.
What if we walk right into the jaws of the wolf? What if he notices something? What if we slip up? Von Berghoff isn't stupid. He'll surely figure out what happened.
When they see our force, they'll be happy to save themselves the effort of defending. Audentes fortuna juvat!
But hopefully, not quite yet.
But I am. And you're supposed to guard me. Which means not taking your eyes off me.
But I suppose we'll have to. Like always.
Can you smell that?
Look, if we're really convincing, he might get scared and start singing without any, nasty stuff.
And he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?"
That's right. And as soon as von Berghoff learned that we were alive, the blame would fall directly on us. And I won.
And I won't even have time to swing my sword.
And I'd say you're a lot more than just my minion these days.
And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hang me for poaching."
What choice will they have?
And get the feeling I'm living.
And when we've dealt with that band, Hanush is sure to acknowledge that I've made up for my mistake.
And when we tell our story in some tavern, the lasses will be falling at our feet.
So we only just made it out. And,
Well, that's true, I suppose. Still, as long as everything turned out well in the end. So you got cold feet. I'm surprised. I used to be a milksop too. You don't say. Veckling, you don't have to be ashamed in front of me. Got a groschen? Maybe you should have gone looking for the tools. You're right. Better to spend it on booze. Not yet. Where's Ada? Yeah, for sure. How deep do you think it is? A little. I know the place like the back of my hand. I have my own table at the tavern, my favourite places to hunt. I miss my bed. Bloody hell, I even miss Captain Bernard's training. Hanush told a different story. He said when he and Radzig came to get you, you were half naked, drunk, and do you think that'll ever change?
Watch your mouth, pal.
Why do I even try?
Greetings. Greetings, Henry. Slept well? Greetings, Henry. Well, we ought to pay a visit to the baths again sometime soon. Or at least you should. It'll get better. Don't you worry.
It's that restless head of yours.
You lazy bones. Just get to work so you don't embarrass me. Try saying that to Godwin. Couldn't they all? It'll get better soon. You just have to believe in it, Father, right? It's a matter of social standing, my friend. I can't pull sour faces without good cause. Seems even your ears are clogged with mud, eh? See you another time. Another time, then. Then do something about it quickly, if you'd be so kind. Let's hope it stays that way. Well, wallow in your own shit, then. Then try a bit more. The day is just beginning. Take care, Henry. Well, Godwin, how'd you do? Then may it stay that way. Never mind, then. It seems someone got out on the wrong side of the bed. Well, hopefully it'll be just a sprinkle. Well, that's because you soaked up the smell of dung. Well, a pig doesn't mind its own stink. Do something about it, please. Delightfully. Good day to you, Henry. The Lord be praised, Godwin. It's polite to greet people. I'll be going then. Good God, Henry, I could smell you from a mile away. Well, I'll be going then. Oh, Henry, are you human at all? Very well. There's nothing better than a good kip. Except for drinking. And wenches. And a bit of everything, actually. Take care. Take care. Be safe. Take care. You're right. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Oh, sorry to hear. Hopefully things will take a turn for the better. That's a beautiful day, isn't it, Henry? A bath and pleasant company. The cure for all sorrows. It's all right for some, Godwin. Oh, if we only had more evenings like this. Henry, I'm speaking to you. Oh, well. Absolutely. There's something in the air. Let me tell you as a friend, everyone downwind of you knows you're around. It's what you make of it yourself. Well, I was so shattered, I slept like a guard on night watch. You speak to me like that, dung grubber? The audacity. Me? Never. I just don't want to get soaked. Good evening. Good day, Henry. Seems you'll finally get a wash. Try saying that once again, nice and loud. You'll be chased out of the country, you'll see. Fine. I'll go about my business too. Well, things will work out. Anyway, it's good to see you, Father. Good morning to me too. Good evening, Henry. Good day, Father. Well, the day gives you back what you give it in the morning. Pretending not to hear me? All right, then. Pretending not to hear me? Very well, then. Careful, Henry, or you'll get soaked. What would people think? I understand. Another time, then. Morning, Henry. Everything can always be better, Father. Oh, come on, don't be such a grouch. Oh, dear. Such a nice day it was, eh, Henry? Well, still, there's no life without a little rain, though. Well, at least the roads won't be all dusty, eh? The scent of a new day. Oh, dearie me. Is it a hangover, or are you burning the midnight oil? Either way, the day won't wait for you. What you need is a belly full of ale. That always does the trick. Pleasant evening. Another day almost behind us, eh, Henry?
He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armoured horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen. Damn! While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars. I know that doesn't sound too convincing, but Henry isn't making it up.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
Interesting. That was around the time your company was attacked, was it not? We will support you in the field, of course.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
Even Nabak himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it. That's true.
I noticed that as well. Sir Yadomir has a regular army of horses there.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
That's probably true, but some of the men you saw there aren't his own. They're hired mercenaries.
I wouldn't be so bold as to suggest that, sir. We are merely interested in whether you would sit down at the negotiating table with us.
First of all, Sir Yadomir sends his respectful greetings, sir, and he says he will pray for your good health.
So Henry and I will gladly help you. Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment.
Have you forgotten what they did to Oates and the others? What they put us through?
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
That's true. I discussed that with him. So he's sending his own armed men, who are his to use as he sees fit, and the rest have to stay at the fortress. If he were to send them out into the field, he'd have to pay extra, and he can't afford to. Around a dozen would be my estimate.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. He said he'd send them tomorrow.
Well, it was somewhat unexpected. I must say it was the first time I had a noose around my neck, and it wasn't the most pleasant experience.
There were quite a lot of men there. Lots of men need lots of gear. That doesn't strike me as all that suspicious. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
There are other ways to loosen a man's tongue, aren't there?
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Henry, you don't know what you're talking about. Cut it out, please. You're wasting Lord von Bergov's time and embarrassing me. Henry, they showed us no mercy.
Henry, don't start with that again. Henry!
Their leader posed as Sir Yadomir. While I negotiated with him, Henry found out the truth.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort. It's necessary to discuss the future of the kingdom, whether it's to be a common one or not. I'll get to him somehow, sir.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them.
A slight complication on the way. Nothing worth mentioning. Please forgive us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
All right, all right. Just because we're going to talk to him doesn't mean we have to torture him straight away.
Thank you, sir.
What? How?
I understand, sir. At home, some bandits got into Tamberg by subterfuge, and it cost us a lot of effort to reconquer it. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary. In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Yes. Nebak hired mercenaries to protect the fortress. I spoke to him about them.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords.
Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious. He insisted he couldn't send more men. He needed a garrison capable of keeping the fortress secure. But before we take the fortress, I'm very keen to finish the business we came about, and the contract he signed with them binds them to protect the fortress and the surrounding area. And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control, and that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia. And whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
Why is my head pounding? Would you please shut up? Let's get out of here.
Henry, fine. Let's go then.
Oh, what the hell is going on? What passageway? But we're not going to speak of this ever again. Never. Understand?
Move it! Hey! Hey! Back to the castle! You clearly don't know your own men. Of Perkstein! Heir to Ratai! It's like a big, fat sausage. It's on fire! Oh, my noble ass thanks you. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines.
This will go down in history.
That's not Sigismund. Oh, you've got a nerve.
Who cares?
Now, well, let's hear it. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her. Or the one you gave us away for.
Fucking French can't betray us!
Just a pinch of pepper is more likely to rip your gut open.
Do you hear me? I'm a noble! Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa!
I bid you farewell. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. Oh, sure. Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later. Good God, Henry. Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Help me! Someone! Kiss our asses!
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord.
It's not long since we besieged it. Although this one is Sigismund's man. We've already had the honour. But there's no time for chit-chat. I don't think Henry's planning to hang you.
Oh, it's closed. You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
Free at last!
If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Are you all right?
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy. Oh, try devil.
Henry?
Henry! For the love of God!
Henry. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind.
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
All right, Henry. Take care.
I'm Sir Hans Capon of Bergstein. Oh, how did you get here?
I'm a nobleman!
I just, Well,
There's only one thing we can do. Hey! Lord von Bergov! Fucking shit! Fuck! Yeah! Yeah! Oh! Fucking place. Fucking hate this fucking place.
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber.
I'm fucking stuck!
No! He's under my protection.
What?
What is this?
What the fuck was that?
What are you doing here?
How dare you speak? What do you take me for, wench?
What the fuck was that? What is it?
He's trying to make off with his silver. Ha 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 ha!
Brabant led the defence at Kuttenberg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
Go!
I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
Oui, monsieur, you were surely brave.
But against that whole army,
Oh, God. Holy shit! What? But you can't hang a nobleman!
And some wine! And I'll be glad to help him.
Holy fuck!
Stuff! Woo! I am Sir Hans Capon. And fortune favors le brave!